ready to go. Take a look at the Yankees lineup. Much like last night, LeMahieu, Judge, and Gregorius. Torres, Gardner, Maben did not play last night. Ford, Romine, and Tachman. Aaron Judge, 6-game hit streak for him and some high numbers during the streak.
And there's Asher Wojciechowski. See his pitch arsenal. A lot of four-seam fastballs. Got a little extra to it in the analytics department. 2 different breaking balls and a changeup as well. There's the numbers on the year, making his 8th start, or 7th start, 8th appearance, 2-4 record, 4.15 ERA. Had a little bit of a right hip issue his last time on August the 1st. Came out against the Toronto Blue Jays, but he says he's good to go.
So Wojo, the 30-year-old veteran, getting a chance here with the Orioles. He has appeared against the Yankees only once, and that was back in 2017. Came out of the bullpen and worked a no-hit scoreless inning. So this will be his first start against the Yankees, both this year and in his career. Pitched against Toronto on the 1st of the month. And 4 2/3 innings, 4 runs, 6 hits. Took the loss in that ball game. Orioles are 2-11 against the Yankees on the year. We continue to pound out a record number of home runs against Oriole pitchers. Wojciechowski has given up 7 of those long balls in the 34 innings that he has worked this year. Here's LeMahieu, the league's #1 hitter average-wise at .333. He had a 1 for 5 in the ball game last night. And we are underway late. So the rain delay, we'll take this one later into the night. See the numbers he has versus the Orioles, and they are impressive. He's a .335 lifetime hitter against the O's. Wojciechowski's 1-0 delivery on the way. Slider will miss outside. Now tonight, Carlos Torres, who is the home plate umpire, if history holds true, the pitchers are going to have to throw to that strike zone, and it's going to be small. He has been a hitter's umpire throughout his career.
One of those strike zones about the size of one of them styrofoam picnic plates.
About like that.
Maybe a Frisbee.
Remember when you had to throw the ball through the tire in order to qualify as a warming up in the backyard?
That's right.
That's what it may look like tonight, and the hitters may have an advantage. It's not a right or wrong thing. It's just a close calls historically from Carlos have gone to the hitters. 2-1 delivery on the way, and a high slider way outside, and the count will go to 3-1. Orioles really hoping, as they always do, for innings from the starters, but especially as the season moves on, becomes more and more important. And Noah, a good outing for the Orioles, even though went only 4 2/3 in the ball game last night. Foul back and out of play. But the crowd that has hung on. 3 ball, 2 strike count on LeMahieu.
Well, Wojciechowski can give you some length. I mean, 3 starts ago, he went 7 1/3 against the Red Sox, and then followed it up with a 7-inning outing against the Angels out in Anaheim. So quite capable of giving you some innings.
Got a full count on LeMahieu, and the pitch to him, and he went, I believe. No, he did not. LeMahieu was headed to the dugout.
Wow.
Angel Hernandez said he did not go around.
Yeah,
and
DJ
the manager
LeMahieu
not happy about that one.
Brandon Hyde still upset. Felt like the call last night should have been safe at home plate, and oh yes he did. But the Orioles don't get to call, and boy, that first batter of the ball game so important. Hitter will let you know when the hitter turned and headed back to the dugout, he thought he swung.
That's all Brandon needed tonight. He hadn't cooled off from last night. Now the first hitter tonight, what he thought should have been a strikeout, ends up being a leadoff walk to LeMahieu. And that brings Aaron Judge up. Judge with a 1 for 3 in the ball game last night. He does have a 6-game hit streak. He started out hot in August. Pitch will be up high. He's gone 6 for 18 so far in this month. The Orioles have held him down a bit this year. He has had a couple of home runs, 5 RBIs. This is the 14th game these two teams are playing on the season. Shift on in the infield. Wojo's delivery, and that one's going to be up high as well. The count will go to 2-0.
Yeah, you're going to see 2 different breaking balls. That one, what you call, he calls it a cutter. Just a hard fastball that cuts a little bit, and then he'll throw a traditional type slider. But he's going to need one of those 2 breaking balls, probably both of them, as he goes through this lineup several times.
Which he hopes he will be doing tonight. LeMahieu off first base, 2-0 count. Judge will look for a heater. Didn't get one. Pitches up high, and the count goes 3-0. So Wojciechowski falling behind on him. Big career numbers against the Orioles. Here in this ballpark, he has had 6 of the 15 home runs that he has hit against the Orioles. 6 of them have been here at Camden Yards.
Yeah, and careful here, even on a 3-hole count. Judge very well may have the green light.
Way outside, and that is going to send the battery mate Severino out in a hurry, because those pitches were way out of the strike zone. 2 walks to start the ball game.
Wojciechowski normally pretty good control. 34 2/3 innings coming in this year with the Orioles. Only 11 walks and very good strikeouts. 42 strikeouts in just 34 innings pitched. So when he gets that breaking ball going, he can really strike you out. Right now the rhythm is just off a tick.
And Didi Gregorius will try and take advantage of that. Gregorius with runners at first and second and nobody out. Orioles will play for the double play with a shifted infield. Gregorius with the 1 for 5 in the ball game last night, but he's been getting on base. Pitch to him. We will go after it and foul it off.
Here's how the defense will line up for the Orioles behind Wojciechowski. DJ Stewart out in left field. Stevie Wilkerson in center. Mancini will be in right field. Your double play combination. Richie Martin, Jonathan VR, and over at third base, Alberto Renato Nunez gets to start at first base, and Severino behind the plate. And there's DJ Stewart, who just got recalled today.
Wojciechowski sent down to AAA to make room on the roster for Stewart, whom the Orioles intend to play a lot. 21 RBIs last 16 games for Didi Gregorius. Came back into the lineup on Yakimonos got sent down. I'm sorry. He played Sunday after missing 3 games. He had a finger injury on his left hand, but it is not bothering him, he says, anymore. Wojciechowski taking a long time. Gregorius saw him staring out, so he stepped out of the batter's box again. Runners, LeMahieu at second base and Judge on at first. 0-1 delivery on the way. Gregorius almost hit him in the back foot. And a 1-ball 1-strike count. Yankees have won 6 in a row. They have won 10 in a row against the Orioles. And Aaron Boone's ball club has a 13-game win streak going here in Baltimore coming into this ball game.
Yankees a season high 34 games over 500.
They're playing some great baseball right now. 1-1 delivery on the way. That'll be pumped foul and out of play. 92 that time on the fastball that was up. And Gregorius holds the count at a ball and 2 strikes.
Well, that's where you're going to see Wojciechowski for the most part try to get his fastball to that upper quadrant of the strike zone. The analytics have told him that if he can get it up in that upper part, he'll have the most success there.
1-2 the count. Gap in the outfield is in left center as they shift a little bit over towards right on Didi Gregorius. Pitch on the way, and that ball's put up in the air, not deep. Runners go halfway. No play anywhere else. Throw will come into second base, and the catch made by Mancini. And Gregorius the first out.
You see first time through the lineup for Asher Wojciechowski. Very good. .098. Second time. Third time, opponents begin to get a pretty good look at him, but that .098 averaging the first time through lineup, lowest in Major League Baseball for guys that have faced 50 batters or more.
We'll hope that holds up in this one. That'll bring Torres to the plate. Gleyber Torres tore it against the Orioles all year until last night. First ball game they've played against the Yankees in which Torres did not get a hit. He went 0 for 5 in the game last night. 2 on here. Torres will take a slider. They want to check, did he go? And the answer is no. For Torres this year with runners in scoring position, it's one of the few bad numbers Torres has had to pump up a little bit as the season's gone along, and he has. He's up to 385. He has been, since the first month of the season, exceptional when he's had runners in scoring position. 1-0 count on him. He will pop that one up first base side. It is playable. Nunez. Infield fly rule. There are a couple of big outs right there.
Yeah,
2 down.
Fastball right in on the hands of Torres. He got Gregorius as well with a fastball in. So the fastball's got a little bit extra so far for Wojciechowski tonight. Two well-placed fastballs around the inside part of the plate.
So a chance to get out of the inning after walking the first two. That'll bring Gardner up. Veteran Gardner had a big night last night. 3 for 4 with a homer. Picked up an RBI, and Gardner put one to left field where he never hits a home run. He got one into the seats. One of 5 home runs the Yankees hit against the Orioles in the ball game last night. 7 for his last 12, covering a 4-game span, and he's had 2 3-hit ball games in those 4. 2 down. Gardner will take the pitch outside for a ball. Veteran still one of the most difficult hitters to get to chase a bad pitch. He won't go out of the strike zone very often. Very patient. LeMahieu getting his lead at second, and Judge off first base. And Brett Gardner with a chance to get an RBI, and Wojo a chance to get out of the inning. Pitch will be up high. Another one looked like a slider again, but he hasn't got much control over that pitch right now.
No, I mean, he's had to use mostly all his fastballs, and they haven't been great. But when he's needed to, he's made 2 big pitches with it to get 2 outs here. First and second, nobody out. And he gets 2 weak pop-ups.
2-0 count with 2 down. Try and work through that first inning. He's given up only 3 first-inning runs. Gardner is going to step out as again Wojciechowski looking in to get the sign. Orioles defense in the outfield, actually they've moved in. Wilkerson is in 3-4 steps in center. And Gardner will take a pitch, and that is there for a strike. And the count will go to 2-1. Always makes a pitcher work the distance, does Gardner. Having an exceptional year, what may be a career year for someone who was signed to be a bench player. With the average, home runs, and RBIs all up for Brett Gardner. And have the Yankees ever needed it with those injuries that have been talked about so much? 2-1 count. Runners off first and second base. Gardner takes, and that's in there too. Looked like he was going looking for an off-speed pitch, and he got frozen by the fastball.
Had to be, because this fastball's right down the middle of the plate. 2-1. You looking fastball, but quite clearly Brett Gardner not looking for that fastball, looking for that off-speed pitch, and didn't get it. Wojciechowski's even to count at 2-2.
Boy, what a big inning to get out of if Wojciechowski can do it right here. 9 extra base hits for Brett Gardner in the last 15 games. 2-ball, 2-strike count. Gardner goes after it. Broken back ground ball to first. And the out recorded Nunez. Great job by Wojciechowski. 2 leadoff walks and nothing scores.
In the air to deep left field for Tatis Jr. His first home run in the majors is a 2-run blast. There's contact, and then there's that. That is absolutely clobber. Good gosh, where is that going to land? Oh my, what a bomb. Testing the limits of Safeco Field. Well, that is 50 Cent. Curtis Jackson. And his first pitch was not great. Just a bit outside.
That was Curtis Jackson. I don't even like when he comes around here. You know, I don't even want him around here. 50 Cent is the best.
Seattle Mariners, Felix Hernandez, the 2-2. He got him! It's finally happened! A perfect game by a Seattle Mariner! It was done by the King!
2-0 pitch. Swinging. There it is. Here comes Osmus. The started tied. Mitch wants to make it a double. He didn't get the trademark, but he did get 3,000 hits. 2 home runs tonight. I'd like to see a hat trick. I don't know about you. Goldschmidt. High drive. Out to left.
Young man with the Bowie Baysox hat, and you can pick up all the affiliate merchandise here at Camden Yards now, along with, of course, the Orioles t-shirts, shirts, and hats. Take a look at the starting lineup, brought to you by Southwest. Low fares, no hidden fees. That's transparency. They are Mancini, Santander, Nunez, Severino, Alberto, DJ Stewart up and in, Wilkerson and Martin. They are last night. A very big evening.
Jonathan Holder on the mound out of Gulfport, Mississippi. Played 3 years at Mississippi State. Was a 6th-round pick in 2014 out of Mississippi State. You see what he does. 4-seam fastball 53% of the time. Slider and the changeup as well. Mostly a 3-pitch guy, making his 34th appearance of the year. They have all been in relief. This is his first start of the season. Only his 2nd start of his career.
So he's an opener. And the Yankees are 9-0 this year when they use an opener. Pitch will be taken outside by Jonathan Villar. Made a little baseball history for the Orioles, the 5th since the Orioles came to Baltimore to hit for the cycle. And the 4 hits are a season high for him and tied a career high that he'd only had once before. Villar wanted to start tonight out with a home run.
That was a home run cut. Well, you hit for the cycle. I would think the confidence level is pretty high at this point. He did hit a homer last night to go along in that cycle. Yeah.
267 up to 51 RBIs. Holder's delivery to him. That'll be fouled off. Laid on the fastball.
Jonathan Villar has done most of his damage the home run department from the left side. 9 of the 15 as he did last night. Got a changeup out over the plate straightaway center field for his 15th long one of the year.
With the extra base hits last night, he got 3 of them, of course, part of the cycle. Second time in his career that he had a 3 extra base hit game. Shift is on against him. Switch hitter in the leadoff spot. Holder's delivery on 1 and 2, and that one's going to miss up high. 26-year-old right-hander making the start for the Yankees. So even the Yankees, who've got 73 wins, have to go to an opener as they're pitching riddled with injuries. 2 ball, 2 strike count. Infield is shifted. Villar will take that one up high, and the count goes 3-2.
See the Yankees defense behind Jonathan Holder. Tauchman out in left field. Center field Gardner. Aaron Judge over in right. Your double play combination. Gregorius and Torres up the middle. DJ LeMahieu at third. Mike Ford at first. And Austin Romine will do the receiving again for the Yankees tonight.
They are 2 for 6 off Holder. Ground ball to first. Baltimore chop. Holder's got a cover. Good flip to him. Ford got it there, and Villar is retired. So 1 down. Holder will take a little break on the slow walk back. Yankees gained a game last night. Tampa Bay lost. So the Yankees are 9 games up for the division lead, as the wild card spot in the American League continues to be a tough one to get. Nobody can take advantage of it. It's going to be a race down to the wire, it looks like, on the wild card.
Yeah, it's really coming down to 3 teams. The Indians in that number 1 wild card spot. Tampa Bay Rays in that 2nd spot, and Oakland chasing those 2.
Boston all but out of it. They're going to have a big surge. And here's Trey Mancini. Trey with a hit last night. He's got a 3-game hit streak going, as he's done so often, picking up his base hit early in the ball game. 0-1 delivery. Ground ball down to third. He got jammed. LeMahieu up. Gold Glove second baseman playing third, and so well. And Mancini's retired. 2 down. Holder has been a fly ball pitcher much of this year, and he gets a couple of ground ball outs to start this game. If he was sitting watching the home runs fly out of here last night, he probably decided maybe I ought to be a ground ball pitcher tonight.
He'd be sinking it a little bit more, but that's not in his repertoire. I mean, he throws mostly all 4-seam fastballs, so you're going to see him up in the zone.
He's got the first 2 outs. Here's Santander, who is DHing. Switch hitter golfs one to right field. Aaron Judge will move in under this one. Got it, and Holder gets through the inning, throwing only 9 pitches. Orioles retired in order. We go to the 2nd, no score.
Misses a cutoff man, shot into the plate, and the plate, Derek Jeter
This ball's high. It's deep. Number 600 for Jim Thome. Welcome to the 600 Club. Very nice, Jim Thome.
9:49 now in Atlanta, 6:49 in Arizona, and a 2-2 to Perez. Swing and a miss, and Randy Johnson has thrown a perfect game.
Robinson Cano in his Mets debut. Sox one out to center. Back goes Robles into the gap to the warning track at the wall, and it's out of here. Robinson Cano goes deep in his first at bat as a New York Met.
2-2 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Verlander has done it again. The second no-hitter in his young career.
Amazing how many people have looked at that picture momentarily and said, I got to get to confession. Sisters on hand for the ball game. Now, we don't know who they're cheering for, however. Want to remind you that honoring the comeback kids of '89 season, the O's are going to celebrate Why Not this Friday, August 9, 7:05. First 20,000, 15 and over. Get the 30th anniversary Why Not reunion T-shirt. Ceremonies will start at 6:30 this Friday for the Why Not team. Towering pop-up in the infield, played at second. And one pitch, and Cameron Maybin is retired. VR there to put it away. Rain delays are great times for those of us around the ballpark to talk baseball. So Ben was asking about the games played by VR, and we were looking to see. VR's played every game.
Every game this year, yeah. I saw a quote from him. He said he wants to play all 162 this year. That's the goal for him.
Only about 4 guys in the American League who have done that so far this year. Pitch will be taken by Ford. Home run last night, 1 for 4. He has a 5-game hit streak going. That pitch way inside. We talked last night about the bottom 4 on the lineup for the Yankees, and Ford was one of them. The bottom 4 last night hit 500. They went 8 for 16. They had 4 home runs and 7 RBIs for Aaron Boone's team.
Yeah, I mean, you talk about doing damage at the bottom. And you count Mike Ford in that 5 hole.
Pops that one up shallow left field. Stewart started back. He'll have plenty of time to get under it, though. And there are 2 down. The day after the O's score 5 or more runs, and they did yesterday. Get 50% off regular menu price orders at papajohns.com. Promo code Orioles5. 2 away. They are tenacious about being in that lineup every day, and second and short is where he's moved for the Orioles, depending on the need for the game. Here's Romine. He had a home run last night, 1 for 4. Romine will take an off-speed delivery that is in there for a strike. And our StatCast AI powered by AWS.
See Richie Martin right in the middle of that 32% hot zone.
Wojciechowski with the 0-1 delivery, and he chases one up and away. So that helped him out on a strike that wasn't.
Yep, and here's the cut fastball. So slider with the first one, backs it up with a harder one, a cut fastball, and all of a sudden Wojciechowski couldn't find really the breaking balls in the first inning. A lot more consistent. See right at 50% strikes.
0-2 delivery on the way. I'm not going to chase that one. Romine's been on base 13 straight games and hitting .359 in that span. Yet another case of the Yankees' next man up motto. Somebody goes down, somebody else comes up, fills in, and for this season does something spectacular. Sanchez out. He'll be back, they hope, on Friday. And a swing and a miss. Wojciechowski gets the strikeout, and a 1-2-3 inning. No score. They're looking at their own pictures on TV.
Ichiro to right and deep. Back goes Parra, and it's off the wall. 3,000 is in right field, and Ichiro is racing for third, and he's done it.
And the pitch on the way. Bodie drives one in the air. Deep center field. Back goes Taylor. It's got a chance. It's a grand slam.
A grand slam for David Bote, and the Cubs have won the ball game.
Rivera sets and deals. Strike three, ball game over. Yankees win. The greatest closer in history now has the most saves in history.
He's just keeping the ball away from Boyd the whole game. He wants to get it.
There, ball behind the back flip, and he got him. Oh, wow.
Oh, my gosh.
Now a 3-1 for Acuna. Swinging a high fly ball. Deep to left field. Way, way back. It's gone. The grandest of all home runs.
Looking for his first hit of the year. He drives one. Deep left field. That goes Upton. Back near the wall. It's out of here. Bartolo has done it. The impossible.
Hey, take a look at our Maryland Lottery home run contestant here tonight. It is Robert Nelson from Parkville, Maryland. 500 for being selected. 500 more for every Orioles home run hit tonight. Play Home Run Rich's scratch-offs and win up to $50,000. Or enter non-winning tickets for a chance to be the contestant of the game. Visit mdlottery.com/homerun. And Robert, good luck. Folks enjoying the deck way out there above the batter's eye in center field. Another good crowd on hand here tonight for the second game of this 3-game set. Holder will work against Nunez, Severino, and Alberto. First ball hitting. Nunez fouls that one away. He had a 1 for 5 in the ball game last night. Nunez with a couple of at-bats against Holder, 1 for 2. He's had a good year against the Yankees, though. He's getting the start at first base tonight, hitting .310 against the Yankees with 5 home runs. Pitch will be taken outside for a ball. Well, the Orioles looking to break the 6-game win streak of the Yankees and pick up their 3rd win against New York this year. Tough one last night. Manager thought the ball club played hard. Got back into it with a big inning after trailing 6-1. Pitch will be inside.
Well, they did. I mean, when you're down 6-1 to the Yankees, but a big 5-run inning 6 for the Orioles tied it up. Of course, the Yankees would flex their muscles a little bit later on with a couple of home runs and win it 9-6. But the Orioles fought all the way back and had a chance. And of course, we keep talking about the play at home plate. That was a tough one. That was a momentum swinger for sure.
Yep. 2-1 strike count. Holder will ease that one away at 91. That one really breaking down and away. You saw Romine having to reach out there and haul it in.
Yeah, Romine actually wanted that on the inside part of the plate. He set up for a fastball in on Renato Nunez, but instead the ball was cutting away.
Holder is in his 3rd time up with the Yankees. He's had a couple of tough outings. He's surrendered a number of home runs this year. 2-ball, 2-strike delivery on the way. Ground ball to third. That's fair. Right over the bag. Running throw. LeMahieu. Oh, mercy. LeMahieu may not get a Gold Glove at third. He did at second, but he's played like one there.
Well, for a guy that's supposed to be a backup infielder, wasn't really supposed to play a ton this year. He's put all over the field from second to third, and boy, what a nice play. Backhand side across the diamond with enough on it. A perfect 1 hop over to Mike Ford. And just by a step. Watch Renato Nunez get out of the box. He knows it's going to be a close play, but DJ LeMahieu up to the challenge on that one.
Perfect bounce to get it. LeMahieu an MVP perhaps of this Yankee team and maybe in the league. Severino did not play in the ball game last night. Pedro will go to short. He's got a base hit. So the first pitch he sees against the Yankees in this series is a single. And Severino hitting just 167 off the Yankees this year. Gets the first hit of the ball game for either team. That'll bring Alberto to the plate.
See what Hanser Alberto has done this year. He continues to hit. 4th best batting average in the American League. 10th best overall. He doesn't see many pitches. I mean, he is hacking, but he doesn't miss a lot. Percentage of swings put in play, 9th highest. And of course, he is wearing out the Yankees. 441 batting average in 11 games versus the Yankees.
Goes after the first pitch, drives it deep center field. Back is Gardner. He's got room. That was right at the top of the wall. And Brett Gardner, not going to make it fancy, just going to make the catch.
Boy, Brett Gardner gets such a good read, quickly gets back, takes his time, knows he has some room, and I mean right at the top of the wall as he hits the wall, makes the catch, and Alberto can't believe it. He's thinking just 2 more feet, and that's a home run.
So the fly ball to center, deep part of the ballpark, 400 away. Hit him like that anywhere else here in this yard, and you got a dinger. 2 down. Severino back to first base. Orioles coming out going after first pitches. And here is DJ Stewart, called up for the ball game today. Stewart rejoins the club, goes after the first pitch and fouls it off. Brandon Hyde saying we're going to play him a lot now that he's back from this injury.
Yeah, this was over in Texas. You see him hustling after a ball, and right there him and Hanser Alberto collide, and it was the ankle and into the wall for DJ Stewart. Had to go on the IL list for a while. Eventually got sent down once he got healthy, but he is back. Put up some good numbers in AAA. 61 games, hit .284, 12 homers, 46 RBIs, 18 doubles along the way.
Now the question is, can he translate that at the major league level? The Orioles certainly think so. He is one of their highly ranked prospects.
Well, in an evaluation year, I mean, Brandon Hyde was clear in the pregame show. He said, listen, he's going to get every opportunity to show us what he can do now that he's healthy again.
Runner at first, 2 down, 1 ball, 1 strike delivery by Holder, and that's Heat upstairs at 91. And Holder gets ahead 1-2.
Well, Holder, a lot like Wojciechowski, wants to pitch up in the zone. You can see the target by Romine. He wanted it just above the belt. That's where it's delivered. And both of these pitchers from the analytics side, the fastballs aren't above average as far as velocity, but because they both have those high spin rates on their fastballs, they can pitch up in the zone. The ball has a little bit more ride to it, a little more carry to it, and you'll see a lot of swings underneath those balls.
1-2 delivery on the way, and there it was again. So Holder will get the strikeout. Orioles pick up a hit. Runner left on to first base, and no score after 2.
Well, that is 50 Cent. Curtis Jackson. And his first pitch was not great. Just a bit outside.
That was Curtis Jackson. I don't even like when he comes around. I don't even want him around here. 50 Cent is the best.
That is absolutely clobber. Good gosh, where is that going to land? Oh my, what a bomb. Testing the limits of Safeco Field. Boxing flies one in the air to left center. Back at the wall, and it's gone! It's over! A walk-off home run to win Game 3. In the air to deep left field for Tatis Jr. His first home run in the majors is a 2-run blast. There's contact, and then there's that. 2-0 pitch. Swinging. There it is. Here comes Osmus. The start and tied. Mitch wants to make it a double. He didn't get the trademark, but he did get 3,000 hits.
Seattle Mariners, Felix Hernandez, the 2-2. He got him! It's finally happened! A perfect game by a Seattle Mariner! It was done!
And a reminder, season tickets on sale now starting at $120. Visit umterps.com or call 1-800-I'm-a-Terp to lock yours today. Maryland football. Fear the Terp. Rain delay of an hour and 12 minutes before we could get this ball game underway. No score as we go to the 3rd inning. Yankees will have 9-1-2 due up. Tachman, who's been spectacular for them, playing in left field, 3 for 4 last night with a home run and 3 RBIs picked up by Tachman, who's now hitting a .294 on the year. And he will take the pitch up high for a ball. Who's this Tachman guy? Said the Yankees at the beginning of the year. Played at AAA most of it. 1-0 delivery, and with the injuries, up he came, and again, some tremendous production.
Well, we talked about it last night. Those guys, I mean, in need, they got called up, but they also were having good years too. I mean, down at AAA, Talkman Valera was having a good year when he got called up. Ford doing his thing as well.
2-0 delivery. Wojciechowski will get that one in, and a 2-ball 1-strike count. They have certainly come through. Yankees hoping it'll carry on. 2-ball 1-strike count to him. Left fielder will take the pitch. It'll be inside, and the count goes to 3. Severino coming back, but had no chance on that one. Count holds at 1-2. Let's take a look at our stats with Lowe's.
Batting average, balls in play. You see it. The Yankees lead it 340. There's the Orioles, though, in third place at 312.
Post All-Star break numbers. 1-2 delivery on the way to him. That's hit hard and foul. Look at ricochets up into the seats for a souvenir.
And while the Orioles are just 2-11 against the Yankees this year, they've scored some runs. I mean, they're right there where their season average is, 4.5 runs a game, but just has not been able, this Oriole pitching staff has not been able to slow the Yankees down from an offensive standpoint.
Nope. If you were wondering who's had the most home runs in the league, because I was, and I just looked it up, it's Houston. Houston on top in homers in the American League, and that's another one. Oh, my Lord. Way back, maybe Utah. Goodbye, home run. And I think that one was out on the street. Didi Gregorius. A towering shot down the line. So Wojciechowski, the count goes to 3 balls and 2 strikes with 2 down. 3 home runs and 2 strikeouts in the inning. And the 3-2 pitch, and Gardner will put it in the air to center. Wilkerson, he's there and he's got it, and the out is recorded. Home runs, 3 of them, Hockman, LeMahieu, and Didi Gregorius.
Two home runs tonight. I'd like to see a hat trick. I don't know about you. Goldschmidt, high drive, out to left. You bet he's done it! 3 home runs!
2 on, 2 out, 10th inning. That's in the air to left. Here comes Fisher. Throw by Ethier. Astros win it in 10.
Ichiro to right and deep. Back goes Parra, and it's off the wall. 3,000 is in right field, and Ichiro is racing for third. And he's done it.
Now a 3-1 for Acuna. Swinging a high fly ball. Deep to left field. Way back. It's gone. The grandest of all home runs.
Muncy flies one in the air to left center.
And Martin back to the bag. Holder doesn't spend a lot of time holding runners on. Generally, he comes into a ball game with a clean start in the inning in relief.
Well, that's when he's done his damage. Nobody on base. The numbers are drastically different when runners are on base for Jonathan Holder.
Hit hard, fair ball. Goes into foul territory into the corner. Judge has got to chase it down. Here comes Martin. He's going to try and score. He will. Going to go for 3. Missed the cutoff man. No play. They are Mr. Triples. And the Orioles are on the board. Martin scores, and it is 3-1.
How about that? Line drive base hit by Richie Martin, and watch Jonathan Villar hunting that fastball. Hits a rocket right by Mike Ford at first base. It gets down in the corner. No doubt 2 bases, and probably no doubt that Richie Martin was going to score, but when Aaron Judge picked it up, he missed the cutoff man right over his head. That allowed VR to get to third base, and the Orioles a little something going here, but 1 out, 1 run in, runner at third base.
That's 4 triples on the year. Had one last night, of course, part of the cycle. So a triple and an RBI, and only 1 down, and Mancini, who grounded out his first time up, will get a chance, and the pitch will be inside for a ball. So here come the Orioles on the comeback trail again. Villar picking up his 52nd RBI. Yankees will play back in the infield. So Mancini, fly ball, ground ball, will get a run in. Ground ball will. It'll go to short. Didi Gregorius will make the play. It's a 1-run game. RBI for Trey Mancini, and just like that, it's a 3-2 ball game.
Well, just like the Orioles did last night, and like they've done a lot of times this year. They get down, but they don't give up. 3 runs on 3 swings by the Yankees in the top of the inning. The Orioles come right back to put 2 up here in the bottom of the 3rd, and that's going to be it for Jonathan Holder.
So the Yankees opener is out of there, and they will go to the bullpen for what will be probably one of a number of times. 3-2 Yankees.
Line drive back up the middle, base hit for Christian Yelich. Deep down the right field line and gone.
And Yelich comes through again.
It's a cycle for Christian Yelich.
Rivera sets and deals. Strike 3, ball game over. Yankees win. The greatest closer in history now has the most saves in history.
And he swings and drives one left center field deep. Hernandez back at the wall. Goodbye. Home run. Steve Pearce.
High fly ball into left. Back at the wall. He's got another. How about Steve Pearce?
Cespedes on the move. He's not going to get it. And it rolls off the side wall, and they're going to wave home Kendrick. The throw to the plate is there.
Oh, my
and
goodness.
they got it. Are you kidding me?
Wow. He's just keeping the ball away from Board the whole game. He wants to get it. There, ball.
Behind the back flip, and he got him. Oh, wow.
Oh, my gosh.
2-0 pitch. Swinging. There it is. Here comes Osmus. The star is tied. Mitch went to make it a double. He didn't get the trademark, but he did get.
Our PNC inside the numbers. Jonathan Holder, the opener, is out. So he worked 2 2/3. Orioles got him for 3 hits, 2 runs here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. They both were earned. Didn't walk a batter. Struck out 2, and he'll give way to Stephen Tarpley, making his 15th appearance of the year. He does have 1 start, an elevated ERA over 8, 2 for 2 in save opportunities, though. 15 in the 3rd. It's the opponent's hitting .313 off the left-hander Stephen Tarpley.
Tarpley is up for the 7th time this year with the Yankees, spending most of it at AAA. Here's Santander. He'll go after it and foul it away. Bases are empty. The Orioles with a couple of runs in on 2 hits here in the inning. RBI is going to VR and Trey Mancini. Tarpley against the Orioles this year has appeared in a couple of games, working just an inning and 2/3, giving up 2 runs on 3 hits. And the pitch will miss outside for a ball. Tarpley had been a starter at AAA in a couple of games, appeared in a total of 18 with Scranton Wilkes-Barre. 5-1, 3 saves, and a 3.13 ERA at AAA. Santander over the top of that one, and the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. Jonathan Villar, triple RBI and a run scored here in the inning. And Trey Mancini picking up that second RBI and the ground ball out. Tarpley's 1-2 pitch on the way, and that's hit hard into center for a base hit. Gardner comes over to get it. And Santander's on. The DH delivers a single. Don't forget, this Friday fireworks and Women of Country Music Series continues. It'll be August 9. O's take on the Astros, and Carter Faith will be here. Stay after Carter's performance for a great fireworks display. Friday fireworks and Women of Country Music partnership with Change the Conversation and the National Women's Party. All part of the Orioles' year-long celebration of women's equality, girls empowering, honoring the 100th anniversary of the 19th Amendment. Orioles.com/music for details.
Country
Here's
music
Nunez.
night. Country music night. You got to wear your cowboy boots.
All right, Bubba. Fouled off. Make sure you clean them off first.
I know
though.
you got a pair, yeah.
I do. 0-1. You probably got 2 or 3 pair.
I do.
I know that.
I might have to clean them off, though.
That's what I said. 0-1 count with 2 down. Nunez trying to keep the inning alive. He was robbed on a fine play by LeMahieu at third his last time up. Ball bounces onto the mid of Romine. Runner will stay at first. LeMahieu went into foul territory, snagged one backhand, and one hopped it over to first to get Nunez on the ground ball out. 1 ball, 1 strike count. 3-2 ball game. Tarpley. Very short lead at first. Breaking ball is going to miss inside. Romine having trouble hanging on to these pitches, but ball staying close to him. 2-1. We were talking about that before. Any ball that hits the dirt, and some that don't, are immediately thrown out of the game by the catcher.
Yeah.
And if they aren't thrown out by the catcher, they're thrown out by the pitcher.
I mean, that ball hit in the glove of Romine and just rolled off, and they took it out of the ball game.
Yeah.
It can't be dirty. Come on.
2-1 delivery fouled off. I always think of Mike Scott. If that ball hit the dirt, Scott would be screaming, "Throw that ball back to me.
Give it to me back." Yep.
Give it to me." Pitchers don't want a scuffed up baseball
We
anymore.
used to hate it, yeah. When the infielder would look at the ball, look at the umpire, and go, "No, it's scuffed up." I'm like, "Or whose team are you on? Are you on my team or their team? Give me that ball back."
2 ball, 2 strike count with 2 down. Hit hard and foul. Rain is stopped. And a 2 ball, 2 strike count.
There's a happy youngster.
Take that one home. Put it under your pillow. You get 2 teeth.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, that's not the way it works. Don't put it under your pillow. And a breaking ball off the fist. That one riding in on him. That ends up in the seats at 93 miles an hour. Another one. Gloves in hand. Nice play. The Junior Olympic.
Yeah. Look, he said, "Dad, that thing does feel like a golf ball."
Dad, this thing is wound tight.
The pitchers are right.
2-2 on Nunez. And the count will go full. I was laughing. Pedro Martinez at some event. Somebody handed him a baseball or something, and unexpectedly he felt the ball and said, "Wow, these things are really smaller and wound tighter than when I pitched." He hadn't even intended to be talking about it. Runner will go. 3-2 delivery on the way, and another off speed and a silo shot. Romine follows it around and makes the catch. Orioles get a couple of runs, though. They do it on 3 hits, no errors, 1 left. After 3-2.
2-2 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Verlander has done it again. The second.
You got to put him on your dash of your truck while you ride around, hit some of those potholes and shake around a little bit.
Here's Mike Ford. Ford, a fly ball out his first time up. Runner on at first base with nobody out. He's reached base in all 13 games which he's been with the Yankees. Minor leaguer, not on the roster to start the season. Out of Belmead, New Jersey. Went to Princeton. Had never played a major league game prior to this year. Got to AAA back in 2017 and was playing between AAA, AA over the last 2 seasons before being brought up by the Yankees this year.
Well, he earned his way here. 303 in AAA, 23 homers, 60 RBIs.
0-1 count. Runner off first base, ball in the air, maybe playable down the line. Long run, Stewart and left. Stewart diving, can't get it, bounces off his body into foul territory, onto third base, Maben. And I think he got hit in the face. He is down. Stewart down. Coming on to try and make that catch.
Yeah, I think that definitely got him in the side. He starts his slide a little bit too early, and you can see right there he gets off and the ball hits him right above the ear, right on the side of the head. And I'm not sure if he may have slipped down first.
Yeah.
See Richie Martin going wide open. See, here's DJ Stewart, or DJ calls him off, and
he just cannot draw a break.
I'm telling you.
We showed you the collision that put him on the IL. Then he went to Norfolk, got called up today, and look at the lump on the side of his head. First game back on the call up.
That's going to leave a mark.
The question is whether or not he could stay in the ball game. Obviously a concussion concern there. Brandon Hyde, the skipper, also went out. He obviously wants to stay in this game. Pat Wesley, assistant and trainer, went out. If the hat won't go on, you're probably coming out.
Well, the hat might keep the swelling down. If you
True.
think about it, it may just kind of restrict it a little bit.
Ooh.
But regardless, it's not going to feel good.
So he'll stay in at least for the moment.
Oh, that's a tough break for the Orioles too, because I don't think if he doesn't slip down, that's a catch and an out. But instead, the Yankees second and third, nobody out.
It will be a double, and now the infield is going to move in. Romine, a strikeout victim, his first time up. Yankees have runners at second and third and nobody out. They have a 1-run lead, and Romine, base hit, could drive in 2. Romine, big number, 342 with runners in scoring position. Yankees last night went only 1 for 7 with runners in scoring position and picking up the 9-6 win. It was the 5 home runs that made the difference.
You don't have to be really good runners in scoring position if you hit 5 long ones.
No, that'll cover the ground for you. Maben's got good speed at third, not getting a big lead. Alberto being in at third is close to the bag. Austin Romine, 0-1, puts it in the air to right center field. That is in the gap, and it'll fall. It'll take a haul to the wall. Maben scores. Ford scores. Romine's got a double, 2 RBIs, and the Yankees have a 5-2 lead.
Well, the breaking ball for Wojciechowski has been a pretty good pitch for him all year long. It has not been very good tonight. He's not been consistent. Gets ahead. No balls and 1 strike to Romine, but again, watch the location, just a missed spot. You can see Severino set up on the outside part of the plate. This one just splits the heart of the plate. He sliced it out toward right center field. Stevie Wilkerson doing all he can to get to it. Mancini can't get to it. 2 runs in, a double, and still nobody out here in the top of the 4th.
Romine now has 27 RBIs, and this year against the Orioles he's now picked up 6. Here's Tachman, who delivered. Home run, first time up. his 10th of the year. He's had a home run in each of his last 3 at bats.
Yep, 3-1 fastball left right there. You can see 109 miles an hour, 23 degrees launch angle, and 381 quick feet it covered.
A 1-0 count. Romine off second base, and foul back, just missed a pitch he wanted to hit, and a 1-ball 1-strike count for Wojciechowski. So the Yankees come right back after the Orioles had cut it to a 1-run ball game, and so far picked up 2 here. Stewart trying to make that play in left field, and that knock on the head. That's one of the issues for DJ Stewart. He's a DH.
Yeah,
he doesn't really have a position in the field, and things like that are going to happen, and I'm not sure he looks all that good out there.
No,
right? I mean,
he doesn't look like he's feeling real well right now.
No. 2-ball 1-strike count. That'll be in there for a strike. Fooled on the speed of that one,
because that was not a glancing blow off his head. That was about as solid as it gets, and you worry about that temple area.
Hope they're watching that in the dugout. 2-ball 2-strike count. That'll be down low, and again Wojciechowski, 3-ball 2-strike count.
Yeah, and a lot of them so far tonight.
Three and 2. Romine off second base, nobody out. Wojciechowski's full count delivery to him. Check swing. He went. Home plate umpire makes the call. Krogman didn't think so. He'll be out of there. 4th strikeout picked up by Wojciechowski. First out of the inning.
Yeah, you be the judge. Did he go? Absolutely. Really good 3-2 breaking ball.
So that'll bring LeMahieu to the plate. LeMahieu had a home run, number 18, his last time up. He has also walked. LeMahieu against the Orioles, 383 average, couple of home runs, 7 RBIs this year against the O's. 1 down.
Here's DJ LeMahieu, his last time up. Just a slider sitting in a real right in the center of the plate. 105 miles an hour, 26-degree launch angle as well, and 433 feet straightaway center field.
Number 1 average with runners in scoring position in the American League belongs to him, along with a lot of other things. Leads the league in average. He is 7th in RBIs, 7th in runs, the 10th most difficult to strike out in the league. He's 3rd in hits, and a .332 batting average on the road, which is second only to Hanser Alberto.
And he sprays it. You know, it's an inside out swing. He had that when he played at LSU years ago. He could really spray it around the field.
He'll take that pitch in there for a strike. 2-1. So LeMahieu trying to add to the lead for the Yankees. They are up 5-2, batting here in the 4th inning. Big hit picked up by Romine. The Orioles, and we are keeping an eye on Stewart out there in left field. And the pitch will be taken away for a ball. So Wojciechowski continuing, has some problems with these counts. 3-1. 5 runs, 5 hits for the Yankees, 2 runs, 4 hits for the Orioles. And you can see Brian Ebel, the trainer of the Orioles, he's watching intently out there in left field.
I think they're seeing him on the monitors as well.
That ball will go to spinning to second base. It'll bounce into right field. They're going to wave the runner home. Now they hold him up. Phil Nevin had the windmill going, then put the stop sign up and held Romine as that went off Jonathan VR. It had a squibble on it.
Yeah, that ball right off the end of the bat, so it has a lot of English on it, and VR goes towards that right field line to get it. When it hits, because of the spin it has on it, it kicks back towards the second base bag, and nothing Jonathan VR can do about that.
Phil Nevin was going to send him home, decided against it. LeMahieu's got a hit, so he's 2 for 2 in the ball game with a walk. Now there are runners at 1st and 3rd, and here's Judge. Judge with his 6-game hit streak. He has been on a tear. He's got a chance to add an RBI on a base hit here. 1 down. Orioles will play for 2 in the infield. Wojciechowski's pitch. A mighty cut.
Well, that's where you have to pitch Judge. I mean, you got to go up with him because of the swing. If you watch him swing from the side, you know, he kind of leans back to get that launch angle. That's how he creates that bat launch angle to get the ball in the air. So the ball down, thigh high, knee high is the one he really likes. You try to elevate it, that's your best chance.
0-1 delivery on the way, and Judge will foul it back. Stewart still trying to put things back together out there in left field. Judge, a 6-game hit streak. Second time he's had a 6-game streak this year, and that's his high. He has walked and struck out in this one. 0-2 delivery, set up away. That's where the ball was, and that's where he gets him. 5 strikeouts for Wojciechowski.
Boy, that's big time execution right there. So 2 fastballs elevated, then you break off a really nice breaking ball. That one there hurt your feelings. That's a perfect pitch. Fastball up, breaking ball away, back to the dugout.
So a chance to get out of it here with surrendering 2 runners at first and third. Didi Gregorius.
Rivera sets and deals. Strike three, ball game over. Yankees win. The greatest closer in history now has the most saves in history.
Muncy flies one in the air to left center. Back at the wall, and it's gone! It's over! A walk-off home run to win Game 3.
Malone looking for his first hit of the year. He drives one! Deep left field! That goes Upton! Back near the wall! It's out of here! Bartolo has done it! The impossible has happened! Well, that is 50 Cent. Curtis Jackson. And his first pitch was not great. Just a bit outside.
That was Curtis Jackson. I don't even like when he comes around. I don't even want him around here. 50 Cent is the best.
Ichiro to right and deep. Back goes Parra, and it's off the wall. 3,000 is in right field, and Ichiro is racing for third.
Orioles baseball on Masson is brought to you by PNC. Make today the day. And by Royal Farms. Real fast, real fresh. Gary Thorne, Ben McDonald with you. We had an hour and a 12-minute rain delay before we got this ball game started. Yankees have the 5-2 lead in it. DJ Stewart came out of left field into the dugout, met by Brian Ebel, the trainer, and without a word, the two of them headed down the tunnel and into the clubhouse.
Yeah, we'll see if he comes back out. I'm sure they're going to go see the doctor downstairs and let DJ get evaluated, see if he gets cleared to come back out. But the way he finished the inning out there, it did not look good.
He's due up third in this inning. Severino picked up a base hit his first time up. Stephen Tapley on the mound in relief, and the pitch will be in there for a strike. Severino, Alberto, and then Stewart. The Orioles trailing in the ball game 5-2. Breaking ball will be outside. Holder, the opener, 2 runs, 3 hits, 2 2/3. Taylor Scott in the bullpen came up yesterday to join the Orioles. 1 ball, 1 strike count. Tapley's overhand delivery will be taken down low, and he went around. Angel Hernandez on the call on the check swing. A couple of those the Orioles have not agreed with. Ball came on to center field. That's being retrieved. Tapley waiting as Gardner gets back into position in center. And the 1-2 delivery on the way. Severino. Where did that go? He went down. The bat laid down, and
did he foul it off his leg? I guess he did.
Right off the ankle. Severino will stand back in. Hitting .297 off lefties, .252 off righties. And a 1 ball 2 strike count. Tapley's got a pretty good pitch that comes in on the right-handers. And when it's on, it will be down and in, headed to the back foot.
Yeah. He likes that fastball in. He can run up to the low 90s, and he'll throw that slider running into the right-handers too, and that's exactly what Severino hit off his ankle.
Another one towards that back leg. So the count will go full. 3 balls 2 strikes. A lot of 3-2 counts already in this ball game. Tapley, 26 years old, out of Los Angeles. Went to Scottsdale Community College where he played baseball. 3-2 delivery, got that one way back left field, going back, warning track wall, up and caught, robbed him. Tachman goes back to the wall,
pitching, there is nobody better.
Closest to him against the lefties is J.D. Martinez of the Red Sox, who's hitting .390 coming into the day. And Alberto now up over .406. So here is Peterson, who will hit for Stewart. Chase Peterson. One down, one on. Peterson will take a breaking ball in there for a strike.
Yeah, you talk about getting all of one. Fastball running away. Chase Peterson hits his first home run of the season. Back in 2018, July 12th, he hit a home run. And this was a long one, 433 feet out to the Yankee bullpen.
He had a 1 for 3 in the ball game last night.
I saw him before the game started. I said, "You got all of that one, didn't you?" He said, "You know, that's how I've been." He said, "In AAA, he said I was leaving left center field when I was hitting home run. Most of my home runs were the opposite." He said, "I've changed my swing a little bit, trying to use all the field." And he hit that one a ton the opposite way.
Peterson had to get out of the way of that one, and the count goes to 2-1. Overall, he's hitting .195 in 11 games with the Orioles. He has had the one home run, his only extra base hit. Alberto is on at first base. 2-1 count, one down. Breaking ball and a good one. Tailing away, and he went after it and not close. 2-2.
That lefty on lefty matchup. You can see Tarpley kind of drops down a little bit more on the left-handers. He'll do that more traditional over the top against the right-handers, but he'll drop a slot down against the left-hander. He swept that breaking ball right across the zone on Jace Peterson.
And a 2-ball, 2-strike count. Hit .398 against lefties this year at AAA. And a breaking ball again. This time he stays away, and the count goes full, 3-2. So Peterson with a full count. Runner on at first base. And Ibela going over, first base coach talking to Alberto. See whether or not he might go in this pitch or not. Not running, 0-2 delivery, a chopper. That's in play. Got to go to first, shortstop. Nice play. Second base, rather. As that ball was not hit hard enough to do anything with it.
Oh, that's DJ LeMahieu,
the third baseman.
He's all over the place. Of course, that's where he's most comfortable. Played most of his career over at second base, and in the shift, he goes from third base to straightaway second base. And for a big guy, 6'4", 225 pounds, moves well.
So LeMahieu makes the play and gets the out. 2 down to second base, Alberto. And Wilkerson, a strikeout victim, his first time up, will try and get Alberto in from second base. Orioles had a 3 for 11 with runners in scoring position in the ball game last night. A lot of chances. Ground ball right to second. Hilaire is there. He makes the play, and that'll do it. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on base.
The fans are on their feet.
Now the only man in between Paxton and the history books, a former American League MVP, Josh Donaldson.
To Seager, the pick, the throw. Paxton has done it. It's a no-hitter.
2-2 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Verlander has done it again. The second no-hitter in his young career.
Yelich knocks one to the gap in right center. This could be the one. He's going to be held to a double. He's trying for 3. He's going to do it. Get down. He's in there.
Out on the run is Liriano, and he makes the catch. An amazing catch. Sails the throw back to first base, and this is in time on the fly from Ramon Liriano.
And the pitch on the way. Bodie drives one in the air. Deep center field. Back goes Taylor. It's got a chance. It's a grand slam. A grand slam for David Bodie. And the Cubs have won the ball game.
That is absolutely clobber. Good gosh, where is that going to land? Oh my, what a bomb. Yes.
Feel like a flood coming. You got my blood rushing.
Back here where the Yankees have the lead of 5-2. DJ Stewart out of the ball game. Jace Peterson, who pinch hit for him, stays on in left field.
Asher Wojciechowski, see what he did: 4 innings, 6 hits, 5 earned runs, walked 3, struck out 5, and not a very high percentage of strikes for him. Normally he pitch behind too much, and Taylor Scott in relief of him. Taylor Scott recalled yesterday for his second stint with the Orioles.
And his first pitch will the 30-year-old. Taylor Scott last worked the big leagues against the Nationals on July 16. That was his last big league appearance, and sent down the numbers Ben was talking about. He was claimed off waivers from the Seattle Mariners on June 25. He'd made a couple of starts for the Mariners, 5 appearances, had an ERA over 9. 1 ball, 1 strike count. Gardner an 0 for 2 in the ball game. Ground ball out and a fly ball out. Scott facing the Yankees for the first time in his career. 1-1, 1 away. Check swing. Did he go? Nope. Ed Hickok's down at third base. 2-1 on Gardner. Gardner to be followed by Maben. Scott works out of that dip and deliver routine, and the pitch will be taken up high. So falls behind 3-1. Both Wojciechowski and Scott working behind hitters in the ball game, giving the Yankees a chance to look for a pitch. Gardner will draw a walk. A 1-out walk here in the 5th inning for the Yankees. Don't forget, University Nights are back. Join fellow students, alumni, and supporters at Oriole Park for your school's night. Special ticket packages are on sale now, including a unique Orioles cap in your school's logo and color. Supplies are limited. Be sure to reserve your seat at your university's night now. Go to Orioles.com for the schedule of University Nights and tickets. Slashing away at the first pitch, Maben. Maben drew a walk, scored in the 4th. He has also popped out. 3rd inning home runs by LeMahieu, Didi Gregorius, and Tachman put the Yankees up by 3. Orioles came back in the 3rd. RBIs by Villar and Mancini, and then the Yankees got those runs right back in the 4th inning on a 2 RBI double. Romine, that'll go to 3rd. Toss over to 1st in plenty of time. Alberto, runner goes down to second base. Gardner. 2 down.
Well, we talked about this stretch that the Orioles are in. Next 10 games starting last night. 7 against the Yankees and 3 against the Astros will come in over the weekend. Arguably the 2 best teams in all of baseball. And as pitchers, the offenses are so explosive for these clubs. You want to be perfect. You think you have to be perfect to get guys out, and all of a sudden you try to be perfect and you start missing just off the plate, and you create those fastball counts or predictable counts. And these are the kind of clubs that don't miss predictable counts.
Now Ford. Gardner gets down to second base because he was running on the pitch. Had he not been, the Orioles might have had a double play on that. Instead, the Yankees get a runner in scoring position in Gardner, and Ford, who doubled and scored his last time up, has got a 6-game hit streak. You saw a little light rain again falling here in the area. The Indians had their ball game postponed. Cleveland postponed tonight in Cleveland. They were supposed to play Texas, and that rain is supposed to be coming this way for tomorrow. Yankees are already 2 for 8 in this game with runners in scoring position. That one got jammed on. Ford fights it off, and a 1-ball 2-strike count. Gardner keeping a close eye on coverage at second base. Orioles not wanting him to wander too far off. Martin moving in. The shortstop was in the switch position. Ball in the air to center. Wilkerson is there, and he's got it for the out. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. Our Geico do-ups. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Well, that is 50 Cent. Curtis Jackson. And his first pitch was not great. Just a bit outside.
That was Curtis Jackson. I don't even like when he comes around. I don't even want him around here. 50 Cent is the best.
Muncy flies one in the air to left center. Back at the wall, and it's gone! It's over! A walk-off home run to win Game 3.
And he swings and drives one left center field deep. Hernandez back at the wall. Goodbye. Home run. Steve Pearce.
High fly ball into left. Back at the wall. He's got another. How about Steve Pearce?
2 home runs tonight. I'd like to see a hat trick. I don't know about you. Goldschmidt. High drive. Out to left. You bet he's done it. 3 home runs.
1-0 looking for a fastball.
In the air, right center field. The first one in the Phillies uniform is a bomb into the second deck for Bryce Harper. The Phils lead it 7-4.
He's just keeping the ball away from Boyd the whole game. He wants to get it. There, ball
Behind the back flip, and he got him. Oh, wow.
And now it's time for T-Mobile's connection to the game.
Yeah, you said D.L. Hall, one of the Orioles' top prospects down in the minor league over at Frederick in high A ball, just 20 years old. He has been on fire as of late. 2-1 record with 1.7 ERA. Look at the strikeouts, 38, 26 innings pitched. How about his last start against Myrtle Beach? Tied a career high 10 Ks in just 6 innings, and he leads the Carolina League with 111 strikeouts. And so down on the farm, the pitching has been the story, both in A ball and AA Bowie for the Orioles.
Indeed it has. Yankees have a 5-2 lead. Rain came down there for a moment. Some umbrellas up. Fans have moved back, and you can see it's still coming down. Going to try and play through this. Angel Hernandez, the crew chief down at first base, got an update on the weather between innings. Said play on. Here's Martin. He'll take the pitch outside. You want to get through this inning if you're the umpires in order to make it an official ball game. 1-0 count. Martin run scored in the ball game. He picked up a base hit. Bunting for a base hit here and fouls it off straight down at the plate.
We've seen Richie Martin do that a lot as of late. He'll pull the middle infield or the corner infielders in, attempt the bunt, brings DJ LeMahieu in at third base. Got to respect the bunt and the speed of Martin, and then has hit it by him several times, but he does have a few of those drag bunt base hits, and you can just see the confidence level starting to get up. I mean, the defense has always been there for Richie Martin, even in the minor league system. The bat been a little bit behind, but the more at bats, the more experience he gets, the better he looks at the plate.
Left-hander will come inside to him. Tarpley gave up a base hit in the 4th inning. He's given up a couple of hits in an inning and a third that he's worked coming out of the bullpen.
You know, Richie Martin made a little adjustment. See where his hands are a little bit lower right there. About 4 weeks ago he made that adjustment, and it's worked for him.
Takes the pitch outside and much more patient at the plate, seeing more pitches.
Yeah, because early in the year, he wasn't picking up some big league sliders, and then the first time you go through the league and you see, it's one thing to be in AA and AAA and see those guys, and they're very good, but the AAA guys are the big league guys, just much more consistent. But you're right, as of late, the strikeouts are down. He's recognizing pitches out of the hand of the pitchers, laying off some really good pitches that just leak out of the strike zone, and the batting average is going up.
3 ball, 1 strike count on him. Tarpley's delivery. That will catch the inside corner. So Tarpley will take it full. This has been a 3-2 night all the way along. Out of these full counts piling up. VR, Mancini due up here in the 5th inning for the Orioles, down by 3. And this time a step off by Tarpley. Enough rain so the hitters will have trouble with that dripping off the bill of the batting helmet, and outside. So there is the first walk the Orioles have picked up in the ball game, and it is a leadoff walk. Hey, don't forget the Crab Feast on the Field is coming to the Yard. Tickets are selling fast. It's Saturday, August 17, 6 to 10 p.m. Oriole fans can enjoy a crab feast right on the infield. Tickets available for fans 21 and over. And you can watch the game on the center field video board at 7:10. The Orioles will be in Boston. And it's an all-inclusive experience. All-you-can-eat crabs, drinks, and fans will receive an Orioles Crab Mallet presented by Miller Lite. Orioles.com/crab feast for tickets. Jonathan VR, after the first pitch, tripled in the 3rd inning, came around to score, picked up an RBI, and VR is also grounded out, a 1 for 2 in the ball game. Jonathan with the 0-1 count. Martin with real good speed over there at first base, but it's a muddy track right now. Throw over Tarpley. VR 0-1. Martin leaning, not going, and the pitch will miss outside. VR 261 off the lefties and 270 off the righties. He's divided the home runs up pretty well as well.
15. Only 5 homers away. He can be a 20-20 guy, which hard to do. 24 stolen bases, 15 homers.
And Tarpley's got it. He'll go to first and see you later.
Yeah, nothing Richie Martin can do on that. That's just a line drive hit really well. And Tarpley shows you a little athletic ability right on the barrel, and he just sticks the glove out. And if you're Richie Martin, your first instinct right here, you get a shuffle off the bag like you're supposed to, a line drive back to the pitcher. You have no shot of getting back.
Double play line drive, 2 down. And that'll bring up Trey Mancini. RBI picked up on the ground ball out, second time up. 0 for 2 officially in the ball game. Trey is 7th in home runs coming into today's play in the American League. He's 9th in slugging and 53 extra base hits. That's good to lead the Orioles, and it is 6th in the American League. He's been a total base provider.
Well, he's had an all-star type season, no doubt about that.
As an 0-1 count. Breaking ball.
Just a model of consistency his 3 years in Baltimore. You go look at the home runs and the RBIs, the batting average. Of course, he's at a career high now in home runs.
Tarpley with a 1 ball 1 strike count. Set up away. Actually, for Trey, he's hit better against the right-handers, average-wise, 288, 260 against lefties, and the home runs 19 against righties, and 7 against lefties. 2-1 delivery. Tarpley will get it low, and the count goes to 3-1. 2 down, nobody on. 5th inning. Waiting on a 3-1 Trey Mancini. He'll go after it to right. Judge Going back, 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 up. Can't get it. Bounces off the wall. Gardner will back it up and get it in. Ball evading Aaron Judge on a ball that probably should have been caught. But Trey Mancini will take it. He's got a double.
Yeah, I'm not sure Judge goes back, and right here it looks like he's got it, but he just missed it. He timed the jump good, but he was too far towards the right field line, and he just missed that ball.
He didn't have to jump at all.
No. Well, he's 6'7". I mean, he could reach over the top of the wall anyway.
Ball came
flat-footed.
Ball came right down along the wall rather than going up on it. So the Orioles get a runner at second base. And Santander will get a chance to bring one in. A single in 2 times up. He's the DH for the Orioles in the ball game. And he drills one. Will it stay fair? And goodbye, home run. Santander lines one to left field. He gets a couple of RBIs, and the Orioles again are back to within 1.
Well, that's how you get back in it. 106 miles an hour off the bat, 397 feet, and I'm talking about a line drive. Stephen Tarpley, the pitcher for the Yankees, tried to come inside like he's done a lot to these Oriole right-handers. And Anthony Santander would have none of it. Watch him pull the hands in and get the barrel to that one, and that's a no-doubter right there. He knew it as soon as he hit it.
Only a question of would it stay fair. Watch this. Ooh, good hip check and a beauty.
Goodness. Getting kind of rough out there.
I
hope they're friends. They're not friends anymore if they were.
Renato Nunez, he'll go foul down the third base side. The Orioles for the second time have come back.
I'm the man.
They are still friends.
I am the man.
I am. Yeah, you got it. Santander delivers the long ball. And the Orioles, that's the 9th for him, 33 RBIs. Well, the Orioles use the long ball. 0-1 delivery on the way, and that'll be taken by Nunez. Tarpley surrenders the home run worth $500 for our Maryland lottery contestant, Robert Nelson. Congratulations. And Renato Nunez, 1-1. Game very much like last night. Seesaw battle. Inside out swing will go foul on the first base side. Here is Cortez, scheduled to be the 3rd pitcher, and they do not want to go beyond him if they can help it. But if this game goes 9, they may not have any choice. One ball, 2 strike count with 2 down. Shattered bat, bloop, center field. Reaching for it, base hit. Valera trying to make a play on it, backhanded coming from second, couldn't get it. And the Orioles keep the inning alive with a busted bat single.
Not though. Nunez shows you the strength that he's had. This ball all in on his hands. Watch this bat explode. Just explodes, but he's so strong he's able to muscle it right out over Valera's reach, and I mean just by inches over Valera's head, and you'll take him any way you can get him.
So the Orioles putting the heat on with 2 down, and that'll bring Severino up. He'll get down the right field side. He was denied a home run. Togman in left field went up over the wall and hauled it in the 4th inning.
Well, what a play that was, huh?
A clear homer that was brought back in.
Severino has swung it well tonight. Single his first time up. What could have been a home run if it wasn't for a really above average play by Togman out in left field.
0-1 delivery on the way. That's going to be a base hit. They weren't playing him on that side. Judge up. Runner will stop at second, and the Orioles keep it going. Severino's got a 2-hit ball game. Nunez goes down to second base, and the Orioles chance to have an even bigger 5th inning, but it is not going to be apparently against Tarpley.
Where would the Orioles be right now without that line drive double play that happened earlier in the inning?
You don't want a left-hander on the mound with Alberto coming to the plate, so Aaron Judge goes out for the change.
Pitch, swinging, there it is! Here comes Osmus. The started tied. Mitch wants to make it a double. He didn't get the trademark, but he did get 3,000 hits.
Here's a ground ball right side, could do it. The Houston Astros are world champions for the first time in franchise history. And building to this moment, world champions. Deep to left field. This ball high. It's deep. Number 600 for Jim Thome. Welcome to the 600 Club. Very nice, Jim Thome.
Sale winds. He fires. Swing and a miss. Strike three. It's over. The Red Sox have won the World Championship. They win the World Series 4 games to 1. Can you believe it?
Rivera sets and deals. Strike three, ball game over. Yankees win. The greatest closer in history now has the most saves in history.
In the air to deep left field for Tatis Jr. His first home run in the majors is a 2-run.
Nestor Cortez Jr. is in. Stephen Tarpley is out. See what Cortez has done on the year. 19 games, 4-0 record, a 4.60 ERA, 43 innings pitched, 42 strikeouts. Opponents hitting .261 off for Cortez, former Oriole, the left-hander.
Well, he was an Oriole. He was a Rule 5. Returned to the Yankees in April of 18. And the Orioles decided to not keep him. And here he is, and it is a left-hander just because the way the Yankees have set this bullpen game up. So Hanser Alberto, the leading hitter against lefties in all of the majors, will get a lefty on the mound in relief of the left-handed Tarpley. Alberto has delivered a base hit. He was robbed of an extra base hit by Gardner in the second inning. 2 on and 2 down. Cortez aiming for the outside corner, won't get it. And Alberto never budged on it. Well, the Orioles with a chance to get it tied up or better here in the 5th inning. 1-0 delivery on the way.
Hanser Alberto, how about the infield hits? 89 singles, 5th best in Major League Baseball, 16 of which have been inside, or infield hits rather. He's got a little bit of speed, and he's been able to beat out 16 of them this year. That's a lot of singles. 89.
1 ball, 1 strike count. Runners off first and second base. Some heat up and in.
All it's going to take is for his 90th single here. We're going to have a tie ball game.
It's hard to believe how many times these Yankee bullpen guys have been up and down. Cortez, 8th time this year.
Wow.
Up with the Yankees. 1 ball, 2 strike delivery on the way. Set up away, and it'll be fouled away. Protecting on that one. Good location by Cortez, forcing the swing of Hanser Alberto. And the count stays at a ball and 2 strikes. The Yankees signed Cortez to a major league deal and to the 25-man roster on May 9. 1 ball, 2 strike count. This has been the strength of the ball club, especially after the All-Star break, and that's been the bullpen for the Yankees, but it's getting a lot of use, especially here in this bullpen game.
We talked about it last night. Since the All-Star break, the starters for the Yankees ERA almost at 7. That bullpen has been good. Top 3.
Yeah.
That's what saved the Yankees. That and an explosive offense, obviously. You know, when you score runs like the Yankees has as of late.
Two ball, 2 strike count. Foul back over the screen, and there'll be no play. Orioles getting the long ball from Santander. That drove in 2. That brought the Orioles to within 1. Now 2 on. And a 2-2 with 2 down. Pitch away, foul back again. So Alberto battling against Cortez.
And swinging like he normally does.
Thou shalt not let a pitch pass.
But you know he's tough to strike out. He swings a lot. Those last 2 balls clearly off the plate, one above the plate, one off the outside corner, but he gets enough of them, and that's what he's done a lot this year. Fouled off some really tough pitches, and the pitchers made some mistakes.
2 ball, 2 strike delivery to him, and he reaches down to first. It is a fair ball right off the end of the bat. And they will get the out. Alberto charging it. The Orioles pick up a couple of runs, make it a 1-run game. Trey Mancini picked up a double, and Santander followed with this one. Only question is, would it stay fair? And it did. Home run number 9, 2 RBIs, and a good hip check in the seats.
Cespedes on the move. He's not going to get it. And it rolls off the side wall, and they're going to wave home Kendrick. The throw to the plate is there, and they got it. Are you kidding me? Wow. That's number 30. Where will this one land? Come close again. Are you kidding me? Those aren't just home runs. Those are moonshots.
Robinson Cano in his Mets debut. Sox one out to center. Back goes Robles into the gap to the warning track at the wall, and it's out of here. Robinson Cano goes deep in his first at bat as a New York Met.
That is absolutely clobbered. Good gosh, where is that going to land? Oh my, what a bomb. Testing the limits of Safeco Field.
And he swings and drives one left center field deep. Hernandez back at the wall. Goodbye. Home run, Steve Pearce.
High fly ball into left. Back at the wall. He's got another. How about Steve Pearce?
Yelich knocks one to the gap in right center. This could be the one. He's going to be held to a double. He's trying for 3.
Orioles baseball on MASN brought to you by Southwest. Southwest Airlines, low fares, no hidden fees, that's transparency. And by University of Maryland Medical Center. Be a part of something greater. Hopefully, seeing the moon.
That's a cool shot.
Means we are.
Now, is that waning or waxing? How's it go? I don't understand. Where I come
Waning
from,
or waxing?
yeah, we call that just a half moon.
Just half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always get that confused.
So the Orioles bullpen, left-hander, right-hander, Blyer and Castro up.
Good to see Castro back in action. Orioles been missing him.
And Iffy yesterday, obviously a go for today, has just been sick. So here is Romine. The Orioles get a couple back now. Can they hold the Yankees? Romine in the air to center field. Wilkerson going back at the wall. They can't. Goodbye, home run. Romine, 3 RBIs in the ball game with a homer and a double, and it is 6-4.
That's kind of been the story in these 2 ball games. Yankees out in front. Orioles just fight and claw their way back into it. And the Yankees come up with another home run, 4th home run tonight, 9th home run in these 2 games so far, and just a pretty good pitch, really. Down. Maybe caught a little bit too much of the play, but Romine hunting that first pitch fastball. He gets it, I mean, straightaway center field. In the bottom part of this Yankee lineup, just like last night, continues to do damage tonight.
Yep. 6 home runs on the year, and 3 of those 6 have come against the Orioles for Romine. He certainly doesn't mind playing against the Orioles or playing in this ballpark for that matter. He's got 7 career home runs here at Camden Yards and 8 total against the Orioles. 8 total, 7 here.
Wow.
Togman will go after a pitch, swing and a miss.
You just get the feeling if the Oriole pitchers could find a way just to put a couple of zeros on the scoreboard in back-to-back innings. The Orioles offense is playing well right now.
Yep.
Seeing the ball, laying off tough pitches, scoring some runs, but the Orioles pitchers are just having trouble shutting down the Yankees.
Dogman with a 5-game hit streak. Home run number 10 came in the 3rd inning. He will foul that one back. So 5 home runs in the ball game last night. 4 home runs so far in the ball game tonight for the Yankees.
And that's kind of been the average, right? I mean, when the game started last night, the Yankees had played 7 games here at Camden Yards, had 27 home runs, so right at 4 a game.
It's amazing. 0-2 count. Santander cut it to 1, sees it go back to 2. And a swing and a miss and a tag put on to make sure. Strikeout for Scott.
Now Taylor Scott gets ahead, expands the zone down. It's a nice slider with that downward action, and that's what you can do. When you get ahead of hitters, you can begin to expand the strike zone, and Taylor Scott does a nice job there. 1 ball, 2 strike count. Throws that breaking ball, has it fall out of the zone. It sounds simple. It's hard to do.
One down. Here is the leadoff batter. LeMahieu's had a home run. 3 home runs for the Yankees in the 3rd inning. He's also picked up a base hit, and he's walked. And will take the pitch down low. And a 2-0 count. Scott working in his 2nd inning of relief. That'll be down low as well. And a 3-0 count. The Yankees have now had home runs in 20 straight road games against the Orioles, all the way back to 2017.
Well, they hit what?
And a strike.
267 of them last year. The Yankees did.
Wow. 3 ball, 1 strike delivery on the way, and walked him on 4 straight. And this drives the skipper crazy. The free passes, far too many of them, have been surrendered by Oriole pitchers this year. So he will go to the bullpen again. So a run in on the homer by Romine, making it 6-4.
Bugsy flies one in the air to left center. Back at the wall, and it's gone! It's over! A walk-off home run to win Game 3.
Now a 3-1 for Acuna. Swinging a high fly ball deep to left field. Way back. It's gone! The grandest of all home runs.
Here's the pitch. Swinging a hard hit ball inside third, base hit down the left field line. Mazzara gets the third. Adrian going to second. He's got a double for 3,000.
Looking for hit number 1 from Franchi Cordero.
He struck him out. The Dodgers have thrown a combined no-hitter.
And on the 13th and final strikeout of the game.
Well, that is 50 Cent. Curtis Jackson. And his first pitch was not great. Just a bit outside.
That was Curtis Jackson. I don't even like when he comes around. I don't even want him around here. 50 Cent is the best.
2 home runs tonight. I'd like to see a hat trick. I don't know about you. Goldschmidt, high drive, out to left. You bet.
Taylor Scott is out. Miguel Castro is in. 45 games on the season. The record 1-1 with the ERA just shy of 5. 5 save opportunities. He converted 2 of them. Opponents hit .247 off the hard throwing for right-hander Miguel Castro.
So hopefully healthy enough to give the Orioles at least a couple of innings here. Hasn't been available for the last 3 ball games. This is game number 45 for Castro. He has been a workhorse. Last outing came against San Diego on the back on July 30. Worked an inning and walked one, struck out two, didn't give anything up in that ball game. So Castro on against the Yankees. He has a loss against the Yankees this year, 5 games, 6 1/3 innings, 5 runs, 5 hits against him by the Yankees.
Well, these are the kind of matchups you buy a ticket for, right? A guy that touches 100, 101 miles an hour gets one of the best power hitters in baseball.
Runner on at first base with 1 down. And the Yankees up by 2. Aaron Judge.
His exit velocity at 97.5, first, #1 in all of baseball.
Judge will take a bouncer and a 1-0 count. Orioles have out-hit the Yankees in this ball game, but again, those home runs making the difference. 9-7 in hits. Judge taking that one as well, and the count will go to 2-0. Castro hasn't pitched for a long enough period that he's going to have to settle in again. It's been a week.
Yeah, that's tough. I mean, when you're 6'7" like he is, it's hard enough to keep it synced up when you're getting regular work. He did throw a bullpen, a little light one before the game.
Judge is 0 for 5 against him. Pitch will be in at the knees, and the count goes to 2-1. So Miguel Castro faced with the task of Judge, and then Didi Gregorius due up. He's looking for the ground ball with the infield shifted around. Get out of the inning right now. 2-1. Judge will take it. Not really moving the bat at all. Judge seemingly seeing these pitches out of his hand.
Yeah. Judge has always been a pretty patient hitter. That's why the average is up there at 284. Judge swinging a lot of bad pitches. Now, when you get ahead of him, you can make him expand it, but 3-1, he's sitting on fastball here.
And we'll take it, and he's on with a walk. So back-to-back walks by 2 different pitchers, and the Yankees have runners on at first and second base with 1 out. The MLB Ballpark app will complete your next visit to Camden Yards. Buy and manage game tickets, redeem special check-in offers, access exclusive content, and much more. Download the MLB Ballpark app today. And you can see the expression on Brandon Hyde's face over there. These base on balls. Oh,
hard to watch.
It
is. You'd much rather see guys give up base hits than free passes.
Yep.
And when you see a guy like Miguel Castro that has the stuff that he has, I'm talking about a fastball at 100 miles an hour.
And Gregorius goes after the 90-mile-an-hour pitch for a strike. Gregorius 3 for 6 off Castro, and 2 of the 3 hits have been home runs. Romine has delivered a homer to lead off the inning. They're looking. Romine's got 7 home runs in 32 games here at Camden Yards. He's got 8 in 174 games at Yankee Stadium. Trade for him right now. 0-1 count, 1 down. And in the dirt, good block made. Severino holds the runners. 1 ball, 1 strike from Castro. Couple of starters scheduled to go in the ball game tomorrow night. Game 3, a wrap up. John Means and James Paxton, 2 left-handers.
Yeah, the Orioles are desperately needing John Means to return to that pre-All-Star break form. On the IL with a little strain of the forearm, but they say he's good to go.
1-1 delivery and a big cut throw down to second base, not in time. LeMahieu back to the bag. Martin, the shortstop, swung over in the shift, took the throw.
Severino not afraid to show that arm off, and boy, a quick throw down to second base. DJ LeMahieu hopped a little bit too far off.
Batter out. Now back in. Gregorius 1-2.
A steady diet of changeups, all changeups from Miguel Castro to Didi Gregorius.
Gregorius taking a long time to get ready in there. Little cat and mouse game going on. Gregorius thought Castro had stepped off, slowed it down, so he stepped out of the batter's box for another timeout. 1-2. Yankees on first and second, one out. And the 2-ball, 2-strike count. For the Orioles, their bullpen, highest ERA in the league at 5.76. 2-2, delivery on the way. Ground ball down to first. That's a fair ball. Nunez gets one. Relay coming back. Pitcher covers, not in time. Over to third base goes Nunez. They get the force out at second base. 2 down.
And I like the play by Renato Nunez. A lot of first basemen take the easy out over at first base, but instead he goes that runner at second base. A really nice throw to Richie Martin, and Richie turns it over and runs it back to Miguel Castro, but Gregorius down the line a little bit too quick.
So LeMahieu's over at third base. Gregorius is on at first. And Breivik Valera coming to the plate. Valera came on for Torres, who came out of the ball game in the 5th inning. Valera's had only one at bat and flied out to left field. 2 down, and the pitch taken for a strike. It's a big at bat right here with the Yankees up by 2 and runners on at first and third. With Baltimore last year, Valera played in 12 games at .286. Picked up 4 RBIs. Pitch will be taken inside for a ball. Also played with the Dodgers. Got some games in mostly at Norfolk. He played 38 games at Norfolk, Valera did. 27 years old, out of Venezuela. Finding some playing time with the Yankees. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 down. Delivery up the middle. Ooh, nice play. Caught it in the air. Castro down with the glove and up with the ball as that was headed up the middle. The Yankees will pick up a run on the home run by Romine. Only 1 hit. They leave 2 on base. Inning ends right there.
Sale winds. He fires. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. It's over. The Red Sox have won the World Championship. They win the World Series 4 games to 1. Can you believe it?
Out on the run is Liriano, and he makes the catch. An amazing catch. Sails the throw back to first base, and this is in time on the fly from Ramon Liriano.
Deep to left field. This ball's high. It's deep. Number 600 for Jim Thome. Welcome to the 600 Club. Very nice, Jim Thome.
He's just keeping the ball away from Bohr the whole game. He wants to get it.
There, ball behind the back flip, and he got him. Oh, wow.
Oh, my gosh.
Seattle Mariners, Felix Hernandez, the 2-2. He got him! It's finally happened! A perfect game by a Seattle Mariner! It was done by the King!
That's number 30. Where will this one land? Come close again. Are you kidding me? Those aren't just home runs. Those are...
Well, let's take a look at our Major League Notebook, and it is the face of change in baseball. How about this? Tampa Bay Rays stuck it to traditionalists. They pulled their pitcher, moved him to first base for 1 at bat. Then they put him back on the mound. The guy who replaced him got an out. 1 tactic. Will they adopt that around baseball? The totally legal yet rarely used mid-at-bat pitching change. Kentucky baseball coach John Cohen used to use it. Cohen used to, at the college level, during an at-bat, make changes in the middle of an at-bat. Strategy is since spread across D1, is used roughly once every 5 games. From Axial Sports, a look at the face of change.
Yeah, John Cohen was the head coach at Kentucky. They went back to his alma mater, was the head coach at Mississippi State. Now he's the athletic director over there. But I remember him doing that. And if you got athletic pitchers, it's not a bad idea. You stick them over at first base and let them play a batter or two at first base and bring them right back in the ball game.
Yep. 0-2 with a hesitation. That was a great pitch.
Yeah, that worked out pretty good. Just messed his rhythm all up. I mean, I never understood that. You know, I mean, if you're throwing the ball well and you got good rhythm, why would you hang at balance point and do all that? And he threw a pitch that wasn't even 5 feet from the strike zone.
1 ball, 2 strike delivery on the way. That's going to miss down low. Jace Peterson leading it off. Peterson has had an at-bat, grounded out. Came on for Stewart, who started in left field. Had a fly ball hit him on the head and came out of the ball game. Ground ball to second base. Breyvic Valera. 1 away, bottom half of the 6th inning. Wilkerson and then Martin are due up for the Orioles. If you joined us late, an hour and 12-minute rain delay, and that's why the ball game running late here tonight. Hey, the Mets won again. 5-0 over Miami.
How about that?
Pitch will be taken up high. They may be the hottest team in baseball right now, and they have taken so much flack this year.
Yes. I mean, it wasn't long ago they were talking about they needed to sell everything, get rid of everybody they had and start over, and here they are.
Including the manager. And yet they are on a win streak and very much in contention now for a wild card spot. As the Mets got back to 500, they've won 10 of their last 11 games. 1-1 delivery on the way. Woog out. That's why we have a screen. Went down and got that and pulled it way foul. National League wild card race starting the day. Washington and Philadelphia were tied for the top 2 spots. Cardinals only a half game out, then Milwaukee, and then the Mets. Mets just 2 out in the air to center. Gardner. Wilkerson is retired, 0 for 3. Two down, nobody on. Hey, join us again tomorrow. Orioles wrap up the 3-game set with the Yankees. John Means on the mound against James Paxton. Our coverage on Masson will begin at 6:30 with those extra presented by PNC Bank, followed by our game coverage at 7. All the access you need right here on Masson. Flyer is ready in the bullpen if needed. Martin will take the pitch for a strike. Singled, scored, 3rd inning. Orioles got 2 that inning. VR and Mancini got the RBIs. 2 RBI homers. Santander in the 5th. 0-1 count with 2 down. Martin will take an inside corner strike. 0-2. Boy, Boston lost to Kansas City tonight 6-2.
Gosh.
Here's the 0-2 delivery on the way. That'll be foul back and out of play. Kansas City, Detroit, the Orioles battling, however you want to look at it, for the draft spots. Right now 1-2-3 in that regard.
Yeah, Detroit's winning 7-2 over the White Sox in the 7th.
0-2, little tapper to second base. Valera. A pretty easy inning. Retires them in order. We go to the 7th inning. Yankees on top by a couple.
That is absolutely clobbered. Good gosh, where is that going to land? Oh my, what a bomb. Testing the limits of Safeco Field. 2 on, 2 out. 10th inning. That's in the air to left. Here comes Fisher. Throw by Ethier. Astros win it. In time. 2-2 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Verlander
Robinson Cano in his Mets debut. Sox one out to center. Back goes Robles into the gap to the warning track at the wall, and it's out of here. Robinson Cano goes deep in his first at bat as a New York Met.
Fly ball out into center. Way out of here.
Oh, Mago, my goodness.
Now a 3-1 for Acuna. Swinging a high fly ball. Deep to left field. Way, way back. It's gone! The grand...
In our Major League Notebook, always love taking a look at what happened on this day in baseball. In '59, Billy Pierce with the White Sox and Billy O'Dell with the O's. They tied 1-1 when Hoyt Wilhelm came on in the 9th inning. Wilhelm went 8 2/3 innings of no-hit ball before they got the first hit off him, and after 18 innings, it was still 1-1, and the game had to be called. They had the midnight curfew in effect. Pierce 16 innings. He got relief from Turk Lown. In 1952, the St. Louis Browns had Satchel Paige on the mound. He was 46 years old. He defeated Virgil Trucks 1-0 in 12 innings. I was looking today. Satchel pitched for the St. Louis Browns for 3 years, 51 through 53. He appeared in 126 games in a Browns uniform, went 18-23 towards the end of his career.
Wow. 46 years old.
Here's a ground ball. It's going to go to first base, and Gardner is retired as Blyer gets an out on a pitch.
Richard Blyer in for Miguel Castro. You see Blyer's numbers on the year, 35th appearance. He's 2-0, couple of saves, 4 holes on the year, 33 innings pitch. 16 strikeouts, only 3 walks, so a very good 5-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio. Opponents hitting .324 off of Richard Blyer, the left-hander.
That'll bring Maben to the plate. Maben has walked, scored, popped out, grounded out, and will take the pitch from Blyer for a strike. In that Red Sox loss to Kansas City 6-2. Former Oriole Andrew Kashner allowed 6 runs, 5 1/3 innings, and took the loss in that game for the Red Sox. They are struggling mightily in every department right now.
Sale is struggling.
Price is not good. Kashner's not giving them what they wanted. Porcello won, but only because the offense produced for him. 1-1 delivery on the way. Fouled off the fist. So Maben with a 1-ball, 2-strike count, 1 down, 7th inning. Yankees are up by 2. They're trying to extend their win streak to 7. The Orioles trying to put an end to all of this. With the Yankees having won the last 10 against the Orioles and the last 13 here in Baltimore. He 9-irons that to left field. Peterson. Castro worked 2/3 of an inning, walked 1, got the outs. Scott an inning in the 3rd, a run on a hit. He gave up the home run to Romine. Walked a couple, struck out 1. Wojciechowski 5 innings, 6 hits, 5 runs on 6 hits. Worked 4 innings. Here's Mike Ford. Ford with a double and a run scored in the 4th inning. 1 for 3 in the ball game. He is 2 for 7 in the series and has a 6-game hit streak. Left-hander's delivery to him, grounded down to first, fair ball. Nunez. Good inning. 7 pitches, 7th inning. Blyer gets him out. 7th inning stretch time here at Camden Yards. Yankees by 2.
The fans are on their feet.
Now the only man in between Paxton and the history books, a former American League MVP, Josh Donaldson.
To Seager, the pick, the throw. Paxton has done it. It's a no-hitter.
And they're going to wave him around. The throw misses a cutoff man. Shoulder to the plate. And the play, Derek Jeter with one of the most unbelievable plays you will ever see by a shortstop.
Well, that is 50 Cent. Curtis Jackson.
Curtis Jackson.
And his first pitch was not great. Just a bit outside.
That was Curtis Jackson. I don't even like when he comes around. I don't even want him around here. 50 Cent is the best.
Ichiro to right and deep. Back goes Parra, and it's off the wall. 3,000 is in right field, and Ichiro is racing for third. And he's done it.
And the pitch on the way. Bodie drives one in the air. Deep center field. Back goes Taylor. It's got a chance. It's a grand slam. A grand slam for David Bodie. And the Cubs have won the ball game.
Rivera sets and deals. Strike three, ball game over. Yankees win. The greatest closer in history now has the most saves in history.
Here's a ground ball right side, could do it. The Houston Astros are world champions for the first time in franchise history. And building to this moment, world champions.
In the air to deep left field for Tatis Jr. His first home run in the majors is a 2-run blast.
Thugs settling in after a good stretch with their hearty orange hair and the familiar orange mustache. Yikes. Here is Jonathan Villar. Cortez stays on for the Yankees. Bottom half of the 7th inning. In there for a strike. Villar tripled. Scored a run. Picked up an RBI 3rd inning. Lined into a double play back to the pitcher, and he's grounded out. So Villar's had 5 hits in 8 at-bats in these 2 games. He will take that pitch from the left-hander. And a 1-ball 1-strike count. Yankees a 4-home run ball game. That's made the difference. He was going for one himself right there. Villar over the top of it. 1-ball 2-strike count. Yankees using the bullpen. A bullpen game for them. They had hoped Cortez might be the last one they would use in this game. That is unlikely.
Well, he's given him a little bit of length, and he's been good doing it.
Yep.
1 1/3 so far.
2-ball 2-strike count. Jonathan Villar will go after it, and that's what they wanted. Orioles get the base hit, leading off the 7th inning, and will get the potential tying run to the plate.
Well, there's a department lineup. The top of the lineup for the Orioles has done the most damage tonight. You mentioned Villar with the triple. Mancini's got the double and RBI. Of course, the home run, the 2-run shot by Anthony Santander.
And the Orioles have hit double digits in hits. They've got 10. Out hitting the Yankees 10-7. Trey Mancini, a double and a run scored. Mancini also has grounded out, got an RBI on it. The second one, he's grounded out twice in the ball game. Mancini will take the pitch inside for a ball. So the Orioles get it where they want it as the battle goes on. So much like last night's game. The Orioles went down 3-0, then it was 3-2, and then it was 5-2, then it was 5-4, then it was 6-4, and that's where we are right now. And a 1-ball 1-strike count. 2 managers vying to work their bullpens to an extreme here in this game. Not a big lead at all for Villar. One ball, 1-strike count. 17,201, 17,201. Attendance at the ball game. 1-1 delivery on the way, and that's way outside. Told you Torres had to leave the ball game earlier. And again, it was the same problem he had in Boston on Sunday. As the Yankees say, he left with core pain. 2-1. High heat, 2-2.
Yeah, Cortez can do that to you. Throw so many changeups and backdoor breaking balls. The low 90s fastball, he can rush it up and get it by you.
Mancini has had 3 home runs, 9 RBIs against the Yankees this year in the 14 games played. Sidearmed that pitch and missed inside. Dropped down.
Larry Rothschild, the pitching coach for the Yankees, thought he had strike 3 on that one, but that ball ran a little bit too far inside. Good take by Mancini.
Tight strike zone, as we said earlier, would be the case tonight, and it has been. Mancini down the line, right field, curving into the corner. That'll be a foul ball. The Trey will come back to the plate. Villar will come back to first base. Cortez again to the 3-ball 2-strike delivery. Runner will stay. Jonathan Villar, 2-hit ball game, another multi-hit game for him for the Orioles. 3-2 count. Concerned about Villar running. He doesn't.
What a good at bat by Trey Mancini. See, he's protecting against the all-speed pitches, so he's a little bit late on the fastball, but I like where he is right now because it's just a matter of time before Cortez throws that backdoor breaking ball or maybe the changeup on a 3-2 count.
This will be the 8th pitch of this at bat to Trey Mancini. Couple of home runs so far in August. 3-2 for the 3rd time. And hanging tough. Talked about Trey and all those total bases that he has put up this year with the 26 doubles, 2 triples, 26 home runs, center field. Gardner, runner halfway. Mancini out of there. This copyrighted telecast presented by authority of the Orioles may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Orioles. Young man, be not fatigued. We would give you express consent to run this game. See? Makes them happy. Here's Anthony Santander. Santander, home run number 9, came in the 5th inning. He's 2 for 3 in the ball game.
Batting average up to .304 now.
Orioles have had their share of surprises this year in performances, and Santander is certainly one of them. In a positive way. He now has 20 multi-hit games. He's had 1 4-hit ball game this year. 1 down, 1 on. Way up and away.
Santander's home run, just a shot right down the left field line. 107 miles an hour off the bat, 23, which is pretty low for a home run, almost a line drive. He quickly got out of here.
5 home runs at home, 4 on the road. Santander will take the pitch up high. Cortez falls behind 2-0. Tarpley worked 2 innings out of the pen. He gave up 2 runs on 6 hits. Jonathan Holder was the opener, 2 runs, 3 hits over 2 2/3. Yankees have never trailed in the ball game, and the Orioles have never been able to get it tied up. Santander will take a pitch on the outside corner for a strike. 2-1. Tough at bats, long counts, a lot of foul balls. Most of the pitchers here in this ball game have worked for the corners. Not a lot of overpowering fastballs. Again, looking for the outside strike, not going to get it. 3-1. Oh, Cortez has put Santander into a hitter's count. Delivery on the way. He will get the strike on the inside corner that time.
Well, he's made some big pitches here in this at bat when he's needed to. Has Cortez. 2-0 count, little backdoor breaking ball, go 2-1. And misses with 3-1 and comes in with a fastball, which is really not what you're looking for, a fastball inside on a 3-1 count.
He's had 42 strikeouts, 16 walks, 9 home runs though. 3-2 delivery on the way, and that'll be fouled back and out of play. So Santander works it to at least a 7-pitch at bat. Good battle going on right here. Cortez looking over. Villar the lead. Hasn't made a move to second. 3-2, and he goes after high heat. Only 89, but up.
Yeah, Santander a little bit too impatient right there. 3-2 count, looking fastball when he gets one, but it's up out of the zone. Nice pitch by Cortez. He drops down and elevates his fastball.
So Nunez will look for the 2-out hit to keep it going. Nunez, after his first home run here for the month, he's had a base hit tonight, gone 1 for 3. Renato Nunez with the runner at first and 2 away, and the infield is moved around on him.
And Nunez has slowed down in that homer department. He was leading the Orioles for really most of the year, all of the year, in homers and RBIs, but Mancini recently passed him up in home runs and passed him up in RBIs tonight.
Pitch will be taken for a strike. So Renato looking to get out of that homerless funk. Get this ball game tied up. You'll take anything else that'll keep the inning going, though. Jonathan Villar, first base. He led the inning off with a single. Now there are 2 away. 0-1 delivery on the way, and that one goes to center right at Gardner. Didn't even have to move. He is out of there. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base. It remains 6-4 Yankees.
Line drive back up the middle, base hit for Christian Yelich. Deep down the right field line and gone.
And Yelich comes through again.
It's a cycle for Christian Yelich.
Seattle Mariners, Felix Hernandez, the 2-2. He got him! It's finally happened! A perfect game by a Seattle Mariner! It was done by the King!
Looking for hit number 1 from Franchi Cordero.
He struck him out! The Dodgers have thrown a combined no-hitter!
And on the 13th and final strikeout of the game.
And he swings and drives one left center field deep. Hernandez back at the wall. Goodbye. Home run, Steve Pearce.
High fly ball into left. Back at the wall. He's got another. How about Steve Pearce?
1-0 looking for a fastball.
In the air, right center field. The first one in the Phillies uniform is a bomb into the second deck for Bryce Harper. The Phils lead it 7-4.
Deep to left field. This ball high. It's deep. Number 600 for Jim Thome. Welcome to the 600.
A night where the rain has come and gone, and the players have played through. A couple of sprinkles here after an hour and 12-minute delay to start. Yankees up 6-4. Blyer Needed only 7 pitches to retire the side in order in the 7th inning. We'll try it again here in the 8th. He'll face 8, 9, and 1 in the order for the Yankees. Romine coming up. Another big night. Romine 2 RBIs on a double in the 4th inning and then a solo shot as he led off the 6th. As Romine continues his long ball onslaught against the Orioles. 3 of them on the year. He's had 8 against the Orioles in his career. And he's hit 7 of the 8 here. 1-0 count on Austin Romine. Batting .264. Goes after a tough pitch in on the hands. 1-1. Trying to keep up with this home run output. There's Armstrong getting ready. 4 of them by the Yankees in the ball game tonight. So they continue to increase the single season record for most road home runs against an opponent. That one's going to go to the wall. Mancini going over to get it. Romine doesn't hit all that well against a lot of ball clubs, but against the Orioles, thank you, he does just fine. He's got a 3-hit game.
Yeah, a good piece of hitting this was. Fastball around the outside part of the plate. He didn't try to pull it. Right out toward right center field and a stand-up double. Austin Romine picks up his 3rd base hit of the night. 3 for 4, 2 doubles, a home run, 3 RBIs. And we keep saying this, but the bottom part of this lineup for the Yankees, just like last night.
They hit 500 against the Orioles last night. What have they done tonight here? We'll add up the totals for the bottom 4. Yes, Teichmann fouls it off. He's been part of it. He had his 10th home run in the 3rd inning. He is 1 for 3 in the ball game. Romine on at second base. Yankees tonight. This is going to be their 12th chance with a runner in scoring position. They are 2 for 11 in the ball game. 0-1 delivery on the way. That's going to be a base hit down the line the other way by Teichmann. That'll easily score Romine. Throw comes to second base. It's a double. Backed up at first. So back-to-back doubles here in the 8th. Teichmann gets his 2nd RBI of the ball game, and he's 2 for 4.
And again, a fastball away using the opposite field. Fastball up in the zone just a little bit. And Teichmann just hits a line drive right over the head of Answer Alberto, and he's in at second base.
So Romine comes in to score. Romine's 3 hits tonight, a career high, equals it. Orioles are getting their bullpen warmed up here, but nobody ready to go at the moment. And it is a 7-4 ball game. Doug Roquel goes out to have a word with Blyer. David Hess has just started to throw, so they're trying to gain a little time.
I'd like to have the right-hander Hess ready for LeMahieu is up next. And of course, Aaron Judge after him. There's DJ LeMahieu. 2 for 2, homer and a single, couple of walks, been on base all 4 times.
So another RBI chance. LeMahieu. Runner headed down to third base on the fly with a big jump off Blyer.
Yeah, Blyer didn't even check Teichmann. Teichmann off and moving. You don't expect it. Yankees up by 3. Runner at second base. Nobody out. Teichmann easily into third base.
So Teichmann is 4 for 4 in stolen bases.
Something the Yankees don't do a lot of. Only their 41st bag of the year.
And it forces the infield in. With nobody out. 1-0 delivery on the way. A chopper runner not coming. Runner will stay. Martin will record the out on LeMahieu. 1 down here in the 8th. So the bottom 4 tonight for the Yankees. They are 6 for 15. 2 home runs and 5 RBIs.
And last night, the bottom 5, 9 for 20 with 5 home runs. and 8 RBIs. They're going to just put Judge on and try to create that ground ball double play.
Intentional pass. Judge first and third now with one down, and Didi Gregorius coming to the plate. Severino up with the signs for the infield. Gregorius a home run, third inning. He has had 8 on the year. 1 for 4 in the ball game, 2 for 9 in the series. And the Yankees continue with a lot of base runners in this ball game. 2 clean innings by the Oriole pitchers. Gregorius waits on it, and the pitch will be outside for a ball. So Blyer looking for the ground ball. One-0 count, one away. Fouls that one back. 90 miles an hour on it, and a 1-ball, 1-strike count. Gregorius has gone 2 for 3 in the times he's faced Blyer. Got Trotman over there at third base, and the intentional pass to Judge at first. Blyer 1-1 delivery. Inside to him. Gregorius 186 off lefties and 298 off righties.
Yeah, Blyer's got that good sinking fastball. That's exactly what he's trying to do. Keep it down, down and in. Maybe to create a 4-6-3 double play.
Judge back. Two-one delivery on the way. Gregorius slaps it to short. That's what they wanted. Martin won relay. They got the double play. So Blyer gets it done. Yankees, though, will add another run on 2 hits and will leave 1 on base.
The fans are on their feet. Now the only man in between Paxton and the history books, a former American League MVP, Josh Donaldson.
To Seager, the pick, the throw. Paxton has done it. It's a no-hitter.
Here's the pitch. Swinging a hard hit ball inside third, base hit down the left field line. Mazzara gets to third. Adrian going to second. He's got a double for 3,000.
Ground ball right side could do it. The Houston Astros are world champions for the first time in franchise history. And building to this moment, world champions.
Long looking for his first hit of the year. He drives one. Deep left field. That goes Upton. Back near the wall. It's out of here. Bartolo has done it. The impossible has happened.
2 on, 2 out. 10th inning. That's in the air to left. Here comes Fisher. Throw by Ethier.
And just like we promised, it's time for the Miller Lite Hold True moment.
Anthony Santander off for Stephen Tarpley. It was the 5th inning, and Tarpley tries to come inside it, and Santander would have none of it. And he hits a long one straight down the left field line, a 2-run shot. His 9th home run, 33rd RBI of the season. 2 for 4 tonight for Santander, and he continues to hit, the average up over 300 now.
Pedro Severino. Cortez will get it in there for a strike. Severino a couple of hits. Could easily have had 3 hits, including a home run, but robbed. Tauchman drew one back into the ballpark, 4th inning in left field. Pitch will be taken for a ball, 1-1. Ottavino in the bullpen. Came on and got the win in the ball game last night. Ottavino's 5-3 on the year now. He worked an inning. Over the plate he goes, 1-2. This is the catch that denied him a home run.
Yeah, Mike Tauchman, watch this. Ball just hit right off the bat. You see him go back 66 feet, and I mean times the leap perfectly. This Tauchman goes well up over the wall to rob a home run. So you take that play, the line drive that cost the Orioles. Nobody out, runner on first base, and then the Orioles, of course, would push some runs across, but it could have been a huge inning without that play.
Yankees defense last night, we noted at the top of the broadcast, mattered, and it's mattered again tonight. In the second inning, Nunez could have had a leadoff base hit, but was robbed by LeMahieu at third base. That'll be an important walk right there. First one surrendered by Cortez. It's a leadoff walk here in the 8th inning, and it makes that run the Yankees picked up in the 8th inning loom that much larger. So Ottavino is going to come on to pitch. Cortez will be out of there. We are in the 8th inning. One on, nobody out. Yankees up by 3.
.949 now in Atlanta, 6:49 in Arizona, and a 2-2 to Perez. Swing and a miss, and Randy Johnson has thrown a perfect game.
Bugsy flies one in the air to left center. Back at the wall, and it's gone! It's over! A walk-off home run to win Game 3. This one's hit a long way again. That's number 30. Where will this one land? Come close again. Are you kidding me? Those aren't just home runs. Those are moon shots.
2-0 pitch. Swinging. There it is. Here comes Osmus. The started tied. Mitch went to make it a double. He didn't get the trademark, but he did get 3,000 hits.
High fly ball out into center. Way out of here.
Oh, Mago, my goodness.
And the pitch on the way. Bodie drives one in the air. Deep center field. Back goes Taylor. It's got a chance. It's a grand slam. A grand slam for David.
Nestor Cortez Jr. is out. Adam Ottavino is in. You see what kind of year he's had. It's been outstanding. 53 appearances, 1.47 ERA, 49 innings pitched. Opponents hitting only 191 off the right-hander Adam Ottavino, who worked one perfect inning last night against the Orioles. Stranded 72% of the runners he has inherited. Been a big part of this Yankee bullpen, a bullpen that's had some injuries to it, but Ottavino has been really good. This has kind of been his role all year long. 7th, 8th inning. He has performed well in this role.
Yankee fan all his life. He grew up in Brooklyn. Went to Northeastern University in Boston. Not a lot of major leaguers have come out of Northeastern. 3-year deal through 2021 for Ottavino. So the veteran pitcher is on. He is 33 years old. Comes on with a runner at first base. Nobody out. Hanser Alberto. Even with a bag at third. LeMahieu, that's foul back and out of play. Ottavino's got an incredible run going right now against the division, against the East. He's not allowed a run in 27 games against the American League East this year. That's 22 innings.
Wow.
Hanser Alberto try and dent that number. Fouls that one off right on top of it. Fouled it straight down 0-2.
That's the way it's kind of been for the Yankees lately in ball games all year long. Ottavino, then you see Zach Britton come in, and of course Chapman, just like you saw last night. And you get down to those three, and it's tough. And while the starters have struggled for the Yankees this year, the relievers certainly haven't.
1 for 3 in the ball game for Hans Alberto. 0-2. Runner stays at first. That ball's going to go to short. Scooped. Glove. Oh my mercy. That's a major league double play right there. Didi Gregorius, Valera Ford.
Well, it must be the big leagues, right? Didi Gregorius, they've missed him. He's been hurt a lot, but defensively not many better. Watch this. Gloves it on the run. Just a nice flip over to the second baseman. Valera with a strong throw to finish it off. And this is how you do it here. No time to transfer. Just a nice, easy feed to Valera. And over to Mike Ford and completes the double play.
You'd never know the way the Yankees have played in these two games that their defense is down towards the bottom of the American League.
Yeah, they have shined on defense, and defense is really one of the ball game here these first two games. A lot of home runs, but yeah, the defense has been the difference maker.
Jace Peterson up, 2 down, nobody on here in the 8th. So Cortez will finish up on his line. No runs, a hit, and 2 1/3. Good job by Cortez. 1-0 delivery on the way and slapped down to third. In close was LeMahieu. That'll make the play possible. Gets it there just in time. Peterson retired. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. We go to the 9th.
In the air to deep left field for Tatis Jr. His first home run in the majors is a 2-run blast. There's contact, and then there's that.
Looking for hit number 1 from Franchi Cordero.
He's stuck it now. The Dodgers have thrown a combined no-hitter.
And on the 13th and final strikeout of the game.
That is absolutely clobbered. Good gosh, where is that going to land? Oh my, what a bomb. Testing the limits of Safeco Field. Deep to left field. This ball's high. It's deep. Number 600 for Jim Thome. Welcome to the 600 Club. Very nice, Jim Thome.
Robinson Cano in his Mets debut. Sox one out to center. Back goes Robles into the gap to the warning track at the wall, and it's out of here. Robinson Cano goes deep in his first at bat as a New York Met.
Yelich knocks one to the gap in right center. This could be the one. He's going to be held to a double. He's trying for 3. He's going to do it. Get out.
Orioles baseball on Masson is brought to you by Southwest. Southwest Airlines, low fares, no hidden fees. That's transparency. And by the Green Turtle. Seize the bay at the Green Turtle with scratch-made Maryland-inspired favorites like the legendary crab dip. Eat plenty, drink well, leave happy. Gary Thorne and Ben McDonald with you. 7-4 Yankees.
Richard Blyer is out, and the right-hander David Hess is in the ball game. Hess making his 19th appearance. Began the year in the rotation with the Orioles. Had some struggles along the way. Eventually moved up and down several times. See the numbers. Opponents hitting .287 off the right-hander David Hess.
Hess worked against Toronto on the 2nd. So well rested. He will bounce the first pitch. Hess against the Yankees this season. This is game number 5. He's got an 0-3 record against the Yankees. He has started 3 games against them in 18 innings, given up 18 runs on 20 hits.
Richard Blyer ended up going 2 innings, 2 hits, 1 run, walked run, didn't strike out a batter.
Hess has been one of those touched up for a lot of those home runs the Yankees have hit against the Orioles. 10 home runs in 18 innings by the Yankees. So David trying to get a little equalizer here in the 9th inning. Breivik Valera. 3-0 delivery on the way, and a pitch will be in there for a strike. Valera on for Torres, who came out of the ball game after getting a couple of at bats. Valera's gone 0 for 2. Torres came out with that core issue again. 3-1 delivery on the way. Foul back. Look out.
Yeah, you wonder what that core issue is. Could it be an oblique?
They wouldn't talk about it. They wouldn't talk about it Sunday, and they didn't say any more about it today. 3-2 delivery on the way. Popped it up third base side. Alberto got it. Valera's retired. Up. One and two from Hess. In the air to right, going back at the wall is Mancini, and goodbye, home run. The second time tonight the Yankees have had back-to-back home runs. Maben and a 6-homer ball game for New York.
As Yogi Berra would say, right? It's like deja vu all over again. Another 3-1 count, another fastball left right there, right in the middle of the plate. Mancini goes back. The ball twists away from him, and I mean just over his glove as well.
They had back-to-back home runs in the third inning. Tauchman and LeMahieu. Pitch will be taken up high. So 12 home runs off David Hess this year by the Yankees. Yankees have had back-to-back home runs 6 times. 2 of them have come in this ball game. 1-0 delivery will hit the dirt and go to the backstop. Every home run the Yankees hit here at Camden Yards is a new major league record for home runs in a single season in road games against one opponent. 36 have been hit here in this ballpark by the Yankees, establishing the new record. And the Orioles continue to set a mark. They've now given up multiple home runs in 11 consecutive ball games. That's also, every time that happens, is another new major league record. 2-1 delivery on the way. Ground ball will go to first base. Nunez will take it to the bag, and Mike Ford is retired. 2 down. 9-6 last night was the final. It's 9-4 in this one. How do you score runs? You get extra base hits. Yankees have 11 hits in the ball game. Somebody got a single. Is that LeMahieu back in the 4th inning?
Yeah, like you said, you don't have to hit with runners in scoring position if you're going to hit 5 or 6 homers a game. It doesn't really matter at that point.
Big cut taken by Romine, who's had a big night. 2 doubles, a home run, 3 RBIs, and 2 runs scored. So he's gone 4 for 8 in the first 2 games with 2 home runs and 4 RBIs. Check swing is going to be fair. Hess will make the flip and record the out on Romine. So the Yankees, Gardner and Maben, get back-to-back home runs. We go to the bottom of the 9th with the Yankees on top.
Rivera sets and deals. Strike 3. Ball game over. Yankees win. The greatest closer in history now has the most saves in history.
And he swings and drives one left center field deep. Hernandez back at the wall. Goodbye. Home run. Steve Pearce.
High fly ball into left. Back at the wall. He's got another. How about Steve Pearce?
9:49 now in Atlanta. 6:49 in Arizona. And a 2-2 to Perez. Swing and a miss, and Randy Johnson has thrown a perfect game.
And the pitch on the way. Bodie drives one in the air. Deep center field. Back goes Taylor. It's got a chance. It's a grand slam. A grand slam for David Bodie. And the Cubs have won the ball game.
Here's the pitch. Swinging a hard hit ball inside third. Base hit. Down the left field line. Mazzara gets to third. Adrian going to second. He's got a double for 3,000.
That's number 30. Will this one land? Come close again. Are you kidding me? Those are just.
We invite you to stay tuned for O's Extra, presented by WB Mason, following our ball game. Who has the name brand products you love at amazingly low prices? Who but WB Mason, the official office product supplier of the Baltimore Orioles. Gary Thorne and Ben McDonald as we go to the bottom half of the 9th inning as the Yankees look to extend their win streak to 7. They've got the 9-4 lead, and we weren't kidding about the one single in the ball game. Extra base hits, 10 out of 11.
Yeah.
The Yankees with a win here are going to go 10-0 when they use an opener. Holder will be the opener in this ball game. He was the opener for the first time this season for them. Not sure who the official scorer will give the win to. Gets harder. Holder 2 runs, 3 hits, 2 2/3. Tarpley 2 runs, 6 hits, 2 innings. Cortez was actually the best out of the bullpen. He gave up no runs on a hit and 2 1/3, and Ottavino's trying to wrap it up. Pitch will be taken outside. Stevie Wilkerson up. Wilkerson has gone 0 for 3. And a 2-0 count. Ottavino came on, got 3 outs in the 8th inning, won a double play ground ball. Hit hard to short. That's going to be a base hit. So Wilkerson is on here in the bottom of the ninth inning. Didi Gregorius is playing over to second. Had to go back the other way and couldn't make the play.
Yeah, one of the few plays Didi has not come up. Of course, that was a tough chance, but you can see he's aggravated it himself.
So the Orioles get the leadoff man on in the ninth, and each team has 11 hits. Here is Martin. Base hit, run scored, a walk, and he's grounded out. And we'll take the pitch for a strike. Eight of the 11 hits the Orioles have are singles. 10 of the 11 hits the Yankees have are extra base hits.
Yep.
And it'll go to 0-2 on Martin.
Orioles at what, 142 home runs on the year compared to 198 now for the Yankees.
0-2 the count. Ottavino with a look in. Martin started to go, and did he? Nope. Body went around. He held the bat back. Kind of a self-preservation move.
That's twice now balls run right up and in on Richie Martin. The last time that happened, he hung right in there and hit a line drive right back up the middle.
1-2. Wilkerson not going anywhere at first base. The Orioles down 9-4. And Martin's going down swinging.
Boy, that's tough. You get a fastball right at your face, up and in, and a slider going down and away. And that's a magic combination for a pitcher there. Push him back and then get it right on the outside part of the plate. Not many guys going to make contact with that sequence.
That'll bring up Jonathan Villar, Oriole leadoff batter. Triple, single, 2 for 4. RBI and a run scored. So he's picked up 6 hits in the first 2 games. And fastball, Ottavino will get it in there for a strike. Runner off first base, 0-1. Ottavino's in line for save.
That's right.
Game in the ball game was only 3-run differential. So he got a win in the ball game last night. He's got a chance for a save in this one. Such is the nature of today's baseball world. He does not have a save this year. And a check swing, and the pitch will be taken down low. In fact, he got 6 saves last year. He's got 17 major league saves overall. Looking for the first one this year. 2 ball, 1 strike count, 1 down. Jonathan Villar waiting on it. Ottavino goes up with it at 84, 2-2.
Oh, hanging slider, and VR comes up empty. What you love about VR, though, he's not giving anything away. And if you go back to that
There's your